that traders and investors need to do better with their wealth and portfolio income. But most of the time, an hour is just not long enough. At Online Trading Academy, we believe that the average person should be given the tools, rules, and strategies that Wall Street's elites have been using for years to outperform others. Are you one of the millions that have recently established a trading account? Or have you always wanted to trade or take a more active role in guarding and growing your own wealth, but have not had the know-how or confidence? We want to invite you out to a complimentary 3-hour power trading and investing workshop, where you'll learn what it is that the professionals use to limit their risks and maximize their possible gains in both trading and investing. To register, call 8448-TRADER. That's 844-887-2337, or text the word stocks to 25029. Again, that's stocks to 25029. Reserve your seat now.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. And we got Keon Rose, who if I was ever in a high school class with, I would constantly get him in trouble because he's very, very easy to crack up if you say the right thing. That would be the thing. I'd say something kind of quiet, and he'd start laughing and say, Keon Rose, get up here.
Oh, that happened all the time in school. All the time.
You guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, and we're broadcasting live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And ladies and gentlemen, I just couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe my eyes last night watching the Phoenix Suns win their 17th straight. And but here's the thing. Everybody got to pump the brakes a little bit. Can we just do that? Can we be honest with ourselves? You guys know that I'm very honest and level-headed as a Colts fan.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that for you as a Suns fan as well.
All
Last night, we got lucky to win that game.
What do you mean?
Because Devin Booker went out in the second quarter with the hammy, and there was no, what's his name? Steph Curry. Steph Curry wasn't really there. So Steph had the worst game he's probably ever had. no excuses. He
Well,
wasn't
I-
injured. There wasn't
I-
anything going
I
on.
don't know. That was the worst game he's ever had.
One
But yeah,
of.
he was a little flat last night.
He was
wasn't
extremely flat. He was
he wasn't-
non-existent.
He wasn't on last night. Devin Booker, yeah, he had 10 points. But listen, DeAndre Ayton stepped up 24 points and a truckload of rebounds. He looked like he was playing pretty strong underneath, getting some offensive rebounds.
I saw quite a few plays where I was like, well, that was weak. Well, okay, a little more effort, and he would have been, the biggest story, on the sports
24
news.
points.
Yeah.
24 points.
And efficiently too.
I saw the whole game, guys, and there were times where I felt like he just wasn't even trying as hard as he could. Yes, he did great for the effort
Boy, I
he
don't
put
know
into
that.
it.
I don't know about
And I
that.
know everybody's saying, "Oh, look at him! Here you go." I'm telling you, there is still that little extra something that gets you a max contract without conversation. If he were to give that little extra something, and there were a couple of different times, because I know why, because the kids weren't in the house last night, and I can count the profanities. Every time my wife turned her head, looked at me, and I was like, that there was where's the effort? And I saw him do effort other times. I couldn't figure out why. Why is he not consistently hammering that thing in? It just a little half-assed, and then nothing. They block it or they grab it. I'm just saying, he had 24, could have had 40. He could have, if he had put that little
I don't
extra bit
know.
of effort into it, because it
I
wasn't
mean-
lack of ability, lack of talent. It was a little bit of a lack of a killer instinct.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad you guys are all happy with him, but I'm still seeing what I'm seeing. Now, outside of that, the entire team played well. Devin Booker played well right up until his hammy went. But Steph Curry being non-existent, look how close the game was. 104-96 wasn't the true story. It was a very close game all the way through. And had Steph Curry even been a third of Steph Curry, I'm sorry, I keep calling him Steph. No, it's Steph.
It is Steph.
I keep saying Seth and Steph. I always get messed up.
Yeah,
There.
the fact that there's two of them with a similar name is throws you off.
The other guy is like a quarter Steph Curry. Anyway, so Steph Curry, if he'd actually played sort of good, this might not be a win. And everybody be talking about, well, we'll get him next time. Oh, Devin Booker, he got hurt, and that's it's unfortunate, but we'll see him again. That would be the conversation right now. And I don't mean to be a big old poo-poo, but let's be realistic about what we're looking at here. Steph Curry did not play well. Devin Booker went out with an injury. That sort of swept the board of those two stars. And there you go. We were able to win that game.
Well, tomorrow night we play the Pistons, and then Friday night we go to Golden State to take on the same Warriors again. We'll see if Steph Curry. Now you got me doing it. Damn it, Jeffrey. We'll see if Steph Curry can step up his game at home. He was cold last night, but
we don't have Devin Booker probably by then. And
well, there's a chance.
If the Suns beat Steph Curry playing normally without Devin Booker, I'll never say another word again about DeAndre Ayton.
I mean, we'll see. He's not. Because Steph's not going to shoot that badly in back-to-back games, or this is like once every blue moon. But I do think you do have to give credit to the Suns and what they did to him defensively. And I don't know. There was one play that for me highlighted the effort of DeAndre Ayton. He was out on an island by himself guarding Steph Curry, and he partially blocked the shot. Most big guys get taken to task for being alone on a guy that can handle the ball like that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I've got my own eyeballs too, guys, and I'm not looking.
DeAndre Ayton led all scorers with 24 points.
I'm not denying that.
The center of the team led all scorers with 24 points.
With more effort, with more killer instinct, he'd have had 40.
Wow.
You'd be crazy not to sign him to a max contract immediately.
I can't see DeAndre Ayton, even if they fed him the ball. If they fed him the ball more, he could score 40 points.
Get more aggressive, some rebounds, you'll get the ball more.
11 rebounds. What do you want? He more.
This is a
rebounds
guy
than
who
the rest
is
of the team.
capable of 20 rebounds. This is a guy who's capable of 40 points. This is a guy who is capable of so much more than he's giving you.
I think last night the rebounds were just longer. I mean, you're playing a jump shooting team. They all shoot. It's not just Curry. Jordan Poole shoots a lot, and he led all scorers on that team. You're just going to have longer rebounds for some of those. But, I mean, he patrols the paint. He keeps people away from the basket. He stops the easy things from happening. And these are things that don't necessarily show up on a stat sheet. The shots that people don't take because DeAndre Ayton is there.
Well, that also doesn't show up in the stat sheet. The lack of effort, which could have resulted in more points when DeAndre Ayton is right there.
Wow.
You
Well,
guys saw the same game.
boy.
I'm really surprised. I'm the only one who's even thinking or saying this. And I have to remind, I like DeAndre Ayton, and I'm just expecting more from him. And he's capable of more. He could have just completely destroyed the Golden State Warriors single-handedly if he wanted to. Just go back and watch the game, even fast forward. Anytime you see the ball around DeAndre Ayton, you'll start to see what I'm talking about. Big George says, Jeffrey, what game were you watching yesterday? He played great. Why so much hate for the Suns? Oh, slow your roll, Big George.
It's not a hatred for the Suns.
I love the Suns, and can I enjoy the 17-game winning streak? Sure, it's a great little stat. But remember when the Golden State Warriors won all those games and then were too tired to play in the playoffs? Well, we don't need that to happen here. We shouldn't be focusing just only on records and stuff. Just focus on playing good basketball, and it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And the Suns are going to be in it at the end of the season, barring any serious injuries.
I will say this. The Phoenix Suns are in shape, and they showed it last night by hanging with Golden State. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, Golden State is not in shape to play that sort of a high-tempo game that was happening last night at the Foot Fungus Arena. Listen, I think the Suns did exactly what they needed to do to take on Golden State. They got out early and hung with them, shot for shot there early, and then Golden State got up 9. And what happened? The Suns came back and fought their way back into the game. They kept running the entire game, and then for Chris Paul to gather the team in the hallway before they come back out after halftime and say, "Look, this is where Golden State gets you. If you want this streak to live on and you want to beat these guys, you got to hold them in check for the third period, because this is where they do their damage. They will step away from you if you're not careful." And the Suns took heed of the captain of the team, Chris Paul, and they followed in suit, and they kept Golden State from walking away from them.
Hey, listen, I can't disagree with anything. A win is a win. It was a great win. It was a fun game to watch, and the Suns were ready. Whatever you want, but I'm telling you right now, Steph Curry playing better. I want to see that game. I want to see how the Suns, minus Devin Booker, do if Steph Curry is out there. Because listen, it's not guaranteed the Warriors would win. It just guarantees that the way the game was played would be different. And I have faith in these Suns to be able to stand up to those situations. And maybe in that situation, you do end up seeing more out of DeAndre Ayton. It's like, you don't know because it didn't happen. So that's what I'm actually looking forward to the next game, Suns Warriors. Probably not going to have Devin Booker back from his hammy injury. So we shall see what that is. And I'm not trying, I want to be wrong. I'm not trying to be right here. The only thing I'm saying, I watched enough plays where I got frustrated again going, come on, DeAndre, come on, man. You could have had that. Oh, that was just simple right there. And why weren't you looking for that rebound? There was a little bit of frustration on that. And, so again, I know everybody's like, oh, Jeffrey, here he goes. Well, okay, fine. If I'm the only person, don't even start, George. You're starting to sound like Stephen A. Smith.
What did he say?
Stephen A. Smith. I think Stephen A. Smith was fighting with JJ Redick or something about the Suns. He says the window for the Suns in the playoffs or the finals is closed. And JJ Redick's like, what are you talking about?
That's insanity.
So to compare me to him is just asinine, as JJ Redick says, Big George. Listen, I'm all Suns all the time, hoping we get the finals this year. But I'm allowed to look at the situation and go, yeah, but that's all I'm saying.
I think there's room to be critical.
You want DeAndre Ayton to play up to his potential and beyond.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
You're not hating on the Suns.
I know, and I didn't see that last night.
And I will say that as I think DeAndre has played incredibly well this season, and I think he is playing like a guy that wants a max contract. He's still not wired to have a killer instinct. Like that's just not his wire.
I will say this: what the Suns need to do is not focus on the streak. They need to focus on the next game, which is the Detroit Pistons, which, by the way, is a physical team, and they will take you to task if you don't show up and be ready for this. If you look ahead and you look beyond tomorrow night against Detroit, you're going to lose that game. Mark my damn words. So be ready for Detroit. Don't overlook them.
I don't think you're wrong, Randy. That rookie point guard that they have, Cade Cunningham, he's awesome.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you don't pay attention to him. That's going to be a long night where a team that should not lose to the Pistons could wind up losing. Definitely
You're
don't
damn
overlook
right.
them.
So
Especially after a big game like this last night.
100% agree with Randy. Focus on the next game, not the streak. And if we lose the next game, walk it off, everybody. It's going to still be a great season. We're still going to be in the playoffs. We're still going to be better than the Lakers.
I mean, that's pretty great.
Oh, God, they suck. Oh, it feels
this
good.
just in, LeBron James is out again.
Oh, yeah. I'm starting to question whether or not LeBron was actually vaccinated because here he is popping positive on the COVID. He's going to miss a couple of games. They say he's asymptomatic. If that is the case, and you hope that it is, he'll go ahead and go through the testing, and he should be back soon. But it could be 10 games, could be several games. So I don't want him sick. I don't want Steph Curry not in his mojo. I want everybody good. I want these games to be good. I don't want there to be excuses. You know what I'm saying? I want the Suns to be great because they are great. And last night, their star went out. Their star was ineffective. Our star went out. Their star was ineffective, and we won the game. So at least two big pieces got taken off the board last night.
And the Suns are deeper. So I mean, if Steph's not playing well and Booker's not there, that's a Suns victory. As it
I
should
will
be.
say this, and this is my conspiracy theory about LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. This is all a part of their grand scheme to keep LeBron James fresh and healthy.
I thought the same thing.
This is all a grand scheme so that LeBron shows up just for the playoffs.
Clever load management.
Yes, they faked him having the COVID.
Mark it down. I said it first.
Well, we'll never
I'm the one
prove
who
it.
said it first.
I don't know how we're gonna prove it. I thought it. I thought it.
Okay. All right. Well, I just wanted to let you know that's my conspiracy theory for the day.
I'm glad you said it. Fed Fam says, I refuse not to be excited. Again, guys, I'm just saying pump your brakes on how big of a deal this win was. But yeah, be excited. I'm not trying to rain on the parade. She says, the MVP of the game, Mikal Bridges. He better be Defensive Player of the Year. And that game was way fun to watch. Yes, it was.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely right there. Mr. Wilbur says, and remind everybody, what university did DeAndre Ayton go to? The University of, not trying as hard as you can. Mr. Wilbur says, Colts fan Dan says, yeah, Luka Doncic would have dropped 40 with his eyes closed in that game.
They don't play the same position, but all right. Luka is the number one scoring option for his team, and DeAndre isn't. He's not the scoring focal point of the Suns. I don't know. You can compare those two guys.
Elabin Mike says Bridges made Steph's game miserable as much as he was off. And he says, I was checking on national reactions to the Suns win this morning, and I've come to the conclusion that Stephen A. Smith's lower orifice has to be jealous for all the crap that flows from his loud old mouth. Well said, King Elabin Mike.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fed Fan says, wouldn't it be great if the Lakers plan backfires and they don't make the playoffs?
I mean, of course.
I'm not really expecting them to make the playoffs, but okay.
I expect them to make the playoffs, because they did last year, and they've got enough talent on that roster to get 6, 7. I don't expect them to do anything once they get there, but they can make it.
6, 7 points.
Six or seven seed.
Seed. Okay. Heavy Metal Maniac says, Jeffrey, quit being so pessimistic. The Suns are a good team. We played good defense on Steph Curry. That's why he had a down night. They're playing like a pissed off from losing the finals kind of team, and they're really good. And yes, the Warriors are good, but the Suns played better. Guys, again, I'm not saying Suns aren't a good team. They're a great team. They're a finals team. Guys, trust me. You don't misunderstand. I'm only calling into question two things. One, DeAndre Ayton, did he really give his full effort? Number two, with the was this really the game with two of your stars being funky? Hefty Lefty says Suns are going 74-8. Warriors record's going down.
It could be.
Can I just say you don't want it to?
I don't think you want that.
You don't want that, guys. Not at least as an effort. If it happens, it happens. But if you focus on 74-8, you're focusing on not winning the playoffs. You're focusing on not winning the finals.
Yeah,
you're focusing on that record alone. Baker's Cocky Him says Curry needs to go back to shooting university after his pathetic performance. All right, easy on Steph.
Well,
he's the
listen,
greatest shooter in the history of
he had
basketball.
An off night. Now, was he helped in that off night by the Suns defense? Yeah, okay, I'll give you some credit on that, but you know better than that as well. You can't hold him down that much. You can't. Then it was more him than it was the Suns defense.
4 for 21 is definitely some Steph involved.
He says his brother would have done better against Bridges. Hell, Del Curry may have done better last night. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Robert from Surprise says, I don't understand how these guys get a negative COVID test so quick. I tested positive up to 3 months after I got COVID. Well, Robert, that's because you keep getting it. And, yeah. Been meaning to talk to you about that. Your results are in, and
just keeps getting the COVID.
Yeah, hold on. Here's the next.
I'm not a
positive again.
I'm
Sorry,
not-
Robert. Sorry.
I'm not a medical professional, but I'm going to give you my medical advice right now. Stop that.
Yeah,
Stop-
maybe
stop getting it.
Don't
somehow.
go outside anymore.
Stop it. Yeah.
Wear 8 masks, Robert. 8 masks. Boogie says, between the Suns and the Cardinals doing so well and the Lakers sucking, how good is sports in the Valley right now? Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. And it was a nice feeling last night to hang around and listen to the guys on TNT talk about the Phoenix Suns and just sit there and go, it was nice. It was amazing. I listen, I'm in, guys. I'm in. But I'm allowed to say some stuff. Okay?
Yeah, I think that there is room to be critical. I mean, you have a team that got to the finals and didn't win it. So you're just trying to see what things could be improved from last year to this year.
I'm just saying.
That give you a chance to run it back.
You want max money, give me max effort. And I didn't feel like it was max effort. Senior Wake and Bake says, sup fellas. Yeah, Jeffrey, I feel like Manute McGee is doing better as for big men.
Manute McGee.
Manute.
He is. He does have the lankiness. I don't think anyone's quite Manute Bol.
No.
But he does have that kind of lankiness, twitchiness out there.
There is a college version of Manute Bol. He's a lighter skinned brother, but he plays for Gonzaga. Have you seen that freshman? What is that kid? 7'9", and he's all arms and legs.
Chet Holmgren with
my
Gonzaga.
God, there you go.
Wait. When you say lighter skinned, and then he
white.
says Chet, there's
yeah, no,
he's a lighter skinned brother. Yeah,
I
he's
know
a white
for
guy.
a fact he's white.
Yeah,
yeah.
He's a white guy, but he looks like Manute Bol. If you look at him, he's all arms and legs, man. All arms and legs.
Manute Bol's son is in the NBA.
Yeah, Bol.
Yeah. And he looks just like his dad.
Which would be a great name for a noodles restaurant. Bol. You know, you buy one bowl, you get the other bowl free. Let's see. Fish Tank says Jeffrey has less confidence in Ayton than he does in his Colts as an entire team. No, I have more confidence in him, actually, that he can step up and do even more and be even better. I feel like he sometimes is not going full strength to avoid injury. That kind of just sort of this weird feeling. I could be 100% wrong. I don't know the guy. I'm not sitting down having lunch with him or nothing. But I have seen him be amazing, and I know that is in there. And that's all I'm saying, guys. King Kenton says, yesterday I won 2 tickets for GCU Saturday night on the Blender. I asked FedFan by text on air if she'd like to meet me there. So first, you guys probably still have the other 2 tickets to give away to the Fourth Dimension, right? Yep, I do. They're right here. And FedFan, she said, okay. Now I got to figure out if she'd like to pick up her ticket at the station before the game or at GCU. Can you ask FedFan on air, perhaps, if she'd like to pick up her ticket at the station? This is getting convoluted, isn't it?
Yeah,
just a little bit
into the Fourth Dimension dating service here.
Why don't one of you guys pick up the tickets and just meet in front of the stadium?
There we go.
That way, you don't both have to get inconvenience there.
There we go.
Just seems like the easiest way to do it.
Well, I'm going to tell you how to live your life, but that's what
it just seems harder for both of you separately to come to the station and get your tickets when you could one person could do it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out your life, King Kittens, makes me more tired. And I got a lot of my life I've got to figure out. Like, I got to put up the Christmas tree this week. When I do, I'm going to purposely put the star on top, kind of droop it a little bit. And when the kids ask about that, I'll say, oh, no, it's just disappointed in you. It's not mad, just disappointed. So let me figure out my life, King of Kittens. You figure out yours. We'll come back and do some more. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now. Cliff Kingsbury says he's hopeful that quarterback Kyler Murray and wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins will play on Sunday when the Cardinals visit the Bears as 8-point road favorites, total 46. Pac-12 title game on Friday at Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas. Utah, the 3-point favorite over Oregon. Arizona State opens up Pac-12 play at home today against Washington State. Cougars are the 1.5 road favorite, 144.5 the total at the Desert Financial Arena. USC laying 7.5 at the Galen Center against Utah. UCLA a 13.5 point home favorite against Colorado, 141.5 the total at Pauley Pavilion. I'm Mike Sennett on Arizona's new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
You feel that? It's finally happening. It's starting to get cooler. Is it time to start wearing sweaters? No. It's time to call Harman Solar. See, if you install solar now, you get to enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% off your monthly bill. That means with zero down and no payments for 12 months, you can put that AC at whatever temperature you like year-round. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmansolar.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best, deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. 800-628-6070. That's 800-628-6070.
Get your college game on. Get ready for the fight songs. Get ready for the traditions. Get ready for the rivalries. It's college football.
He's gone. There he goes. Through the line. They'll take it to the house, 90 yards.
And we've got the games you want to hear.
Wide open, and the tight end will walk to the end zone.
College football lives on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. All right. Thursday night football. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not good. It's not
Kind of a sleeper.
Everybody's hurt. Everybody's hurt on the Saints. Even the guy that's been getting the first team reps, Taysom Hill, he's gingerly protecting his foot. Jameis Winston's out for the year. Trevor Simeon, he's suffering from elephantitis of the face. So there's just no hope for the Saints. So
How did he contract this elephantitis of the face?
something at birth, I think. But whatever the case, the Cowboys are going to stomp the Saints, but they're going to do it on Money Radio at 6 p.m. On Thursday, because over here on 1580 Fanatic, we have GCU taking on UTSA. UTSA at 6:45 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic. So
I believe that's the University of Texas, San Antonio.
That's what I said. Anyway, so all right, can we
it's
just
not what you said.
Utsa.
No, it's not.
I'm
It's not
looking
what
right
they
at the
call it.
page, Randy. I
They
think
do
I know
not
what I'm
say
saying.
UTSA. They say the University of Texas, San Antonio.
Guess what? I don't care. I don't care what they say. I think GCU, when they see him, oh, are you from Utsa? And then
No.
get in
No.
their head, man. Get in their head
No.
space, man.
No, I'm pretty sure they don't say that.
Get in their head space. All right, so we got to wrap this thing up with King of Kittens and Fed Fan. Fed Fan says, okay, I'll meet King of Kittens at GCU. I'll have a sign like at the airport that says King of Kittens. Oh, there you go. There you go, King Kittens. There you go. So yes, that's how you do it, King Kittens. Senior Rakenbeck says, my name is Chuck Willery, and we'll be back with the Love Connection in 2 and 2. Remember that? Yes, I do.
Yep.
I remember
2
watching
and
that
2.
show.
Yep.
And then wondering, why am I watching that show? I was a kid. I didn't understand any of it. Big Stanky says, hey guys, does GCU serve beer at the games? Yes.
No.
Giant beers, and they're like $1.50. Go to the game.
Huh.
Shh, I'm selling tickets. 6858 texts in, says, my dude, Mikal Bridges, the Curry stopper. Okay, your dude as in you're just saying he's your dude, or that's your dude and your guys are pals and you actually know Mikal Bridges? Like he sees you and says, my dude, and you go, my dude. And that, or is it just,
Yeah, I think he's just saying that he likes Mikal Bridges.
It's worth asking.
Yeah.
He says, forced him to play the worst game of his Golden State career. 6858. You've been texting now for a couple of weeks. It's time you get a Texter nickname. Just saying.
No, you're 100% right. But I will say about Mikal Bridges, when it came time to pay Mikal Bridges money, the Suns rolled that out right away because he is a fantastic player and a defensive player. Right now, he's more of a 3-and-D guy. So 3-point shots when he's open, defense, but he can be more than that. I really think so. And they paid him like.
Fish Tank says, isn't King Kitten supposed to say to Fed Fan, I'm not sure that fellow has ever been picked up at the airport. King Kittens, no. That's a good point. Boomer Sooner says, good day, gentlemen. Boomer Sooner here, guys. Well, we know that because your name's on the thing already.
Right.
My head is reeling like crazy today. It has finally hit me very hard what has happened to my Oklahoma Sooners. And what benefit the USC Trojans are getting does not help this Boomer Sooner. I absolutely despise the USC Trojans, pretty much like Jeffrey despises the New England Patriots and the New York Yankees. Not so much on the Patriots, a lot on the Yankees. So, Randy, I need a shot of beer and a happy hump day.
A shot of beer or a shot and a beer?
Shot and beer. I said it fast. That's on me. I don't know what Boomer Sooner is going to do. I don't know what Oklahoma's going to do. They pick a new coach yet?
No. Oklahoma, no. They're going to go through the process, and Oklahoma does it a little bit differently than everybody else because they would like to not have to hire coaches very often. So they're going to go through very slowly and deliberate about it.
See, it's a lot like the way we select the Hall of Fame. They have a whole selection committee they've got to call in of all these boosters from around the country and around the world. They all have to fly in. And then they got to rent the Great Hall Friday night's a big banquet. They have this big, barbecue thing going on there. And then on Saturday they get together and they start debating about it and deliberating on who's going to be the next and who is his guy and who's this guy. Why do we want this guy? And a long drawn out process. And sometime on Sunday, everybody gets together in the chambers. They lock the doors and either the white smoke or the black smoke comes out the chimney. And that will signal then unto the people of Sooner Nation that they have a new coach or they don't have a new coach.
Wow. Well, that may be how they do it, but it's total fiction as to how we do it.
Oh, it's exactly the same.
Completely not.
As a matter of fact, I think they
0%.
get that roadmap right from us.
0%.
That's how they've decided to do
I
things
just
from here
decide on a whim. That's how it works.
Because we get the whole thing together. Of
No,
course,
we don't. There's nothing.
It's a big to do. I already went through it here on the station, and you could probably make up for yourself who's telling the truth and who's not.
Mm-hmm. Boomer Sooner says, my best guess is Brent Venables will be the new coach as he was the coach at Oklahoma before. They're going to retread on this?
I mean, yeah, well, with Venables, I believe he wasn't the head coach. He was a coach at Oklahoma. And he is currently the
coach,
the defensive coordinator at Clemson. And he's fantastic. Every time Brent Venables tries to leave for a job, Clemson gives him a raise. So
what would happen? I'm sorry, Keon, go ahead.
was
You're
just
not going
saying
to bring up Josh McDaniels, are you?
they don't want him to leave. Is my point.
Well, I wonder if they would bring in Brent Mushburger to be their next head coach.
I don't think so.
Can I just say not to a long-term contract?
Why not? Why not? Is he too going to the
I ain't saying it
injury
anymore.
reserve?
I ain't saying it anymore. Good Cat says, "Sup, guys?
Meow, meow.
Sup, Good Cat."
Sup?
Boomer Sooner, thank you for that. King of Kitten says, "Okay, Fed fan, I'll look for your sign. I'll pick up the tickets." And yeah, he says, "I'll be at the front of the main entrance at 5:30, an hour, a half hour before tip off." I'm so looking forward to this being over. Robert from Surprise says, I was trying to imply is I think you're correct. It's a way to give LeBron James vacation right there. Yeah. So I don't know that they need to fake COVID just to get him rest. He has faked so many injuries. There's no reason to fake COVID. Makes you wonder how many people are faking COVID to get out of like going to family events and stuff, or they make plans and they're like, "Oh, I'd like to go, but dang, got the COVID." It's funny with this Omicron showing up in California. By the way, it's here. Omicron is here, people.
No.
So now you got to fake death if you're going to fake COVID. We're gonna have to stage a funeral and everything.
But then you can get out of everything else forever. Just think about it.
I think you just want to get out of that one thing, though.
Taxes.
Sure. Robert from Surprise says, I think Oklahoma is waiting for Cliff Kingsbury.
I really don't. I honestly think that the guys that they can go after at Oklahoma would be probably, they'd be better served just looking in college at a coordinator and pulling from there. Maybe it's Venables. Maybe it's Tony Elliott. But there are plenty of options at the college level that you don't have to try and see if you can woo an NFL coach back into college football.
I like how athletic directors can look in college for somebody and it's a normal procedure, but Kiss the Cook looks for somebody in college and they're like, that's creeping. That's creeping. Of course, he's looking at women.
Yeah.
So,
context is a little different.
John Gruden's available, says Robert in Surprise. Rough Rob
Nothing
says,
but time, I hear.
Damn, I'm going to start faking COVID to get out of work. Awesome. Well, good luck with that. Hefty Lefty says, speaking of Boomer Sooner, good old Adrian Peterson's getting signed by the Seahawks.
Hey, how about that?
Why would they do that?
Desperation, and he is a human body that can run the football. That's why.
Jagdog says, you guys see Brian Kelly talk to his team at 7 a.m., 7:12 a.m. He had a police escort get him out of town.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think that Brian Kelly went to go talk to his team, told him what was up, said, any questions? There were no questions. Get out of here. And he just left, which is still better than Lincoln Riley, because Lincoln Riley had to be told to go talk to his team, which is
you might want to do that.
Not a good look. He wasn't going to.
Or I'm going to send you a Zoom invite.
Bob Stoops, who is, of course, the previous coach at Oklahoma before Lincoln, but also Lincoln's mentor, said, hey, you need to go talk to these guys if you're just going to leave.
That's
you can't just go.
Well, the thing that I appreciate about Brian Kelly is he found out that somebody had leaked on Twitter what he was doing, and so he instantly sent out a text to all the guys on the team, and he said, guys, I want you to know this is going on. I wish I could have told you before social media got out there. But we'll talk about this. And so then today he goes in at 7 o'clock in the morning. He talks to the team, which is a good time of day because I understand college athletes are very lethargic around 7 a.m.
Oh, so they couldn't lash out at him because they're like,
there you go.
No. Okay, sure. What time is practice later?
That's it.
See you tomorrow, coach.
Hey, you know what? You guys are so nice. Practice is actually canceled today. You have
today off.
That coach is okay. He's okay.
Meanwhile, Lincoln Riley is at his press conference at USC, and he said this is going to be the mecca of college football. Mm-hmm. And then one of the Oklahoma players tweeted, oh, he told us that last week.
Lost Toby says, I respect the Suns a bit more now, but the fans in the bars after really ruined any support they would get from me. But what are you talking about? Fans in a bar after? You can't judge Suns fans by some drunks that you ran into, Lost Toby. I don't know why that would do it. Baker's Cocky Hen says, when's Ralph going to be in to cry about Scherzer leaving his crummy Dodgers? Oh, the same day he's going to be in to cry about the Seahawks sucking so bad the other night and getting beat by the Washington football team.
Of all teams.
I expect him to be here tomorrow, but then I don't expect him to be here tomorrow. Kind of, be honest. I hope he's in.
We need to find his prediction. We need to find that.
That 13 and
13
4 or whatever.
Yeah.
Kiss the Cook says you should call that new texter Slap Happy. Well, no, we let people choose their own, but that's not a bad one, Randy. You might probably write that one down. That's a good one. Slap Happy.
All right.
Fish Tank says, is Adam Gase still available for college coaching? That guy can pass out whatever the hell's he's on at the frat parties. They'll love him over there. Good Cat says, LeBron James is an asshat douchebag. You are correct. Robert from Surprise says, if Seattle Seahawks sign Adrian Peterson, he'll be the only player on the team older than Pete Carroll. That's a great line. Joey Bag of Donuts says, I guess Adrian Peterson likes all kinds of switches, doesn't he? Yes, sir. Colts fan Dan says, Omicron variant has the letters jumbled. Should be moronic. Moronic variant? You're right. Oh, my God, you're right. Wait.
No, I think it works.
Yep, I think you're right. I think that is an anagram. Jagdog says, Randy, can we get a double crown on the rocks and maybe a weather report?
Well, I mean, the weather report, I'd be happy to give you here. Let me pour the other crown.
I want to know when it's going to stop being so damn unseasonably warm.
From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randino Whitino coming at you live and direct from the Harmon Solar Weather Center. Currently in Troutman, North Carolina, it's clear and 56 degrees.
Hey, Randy, how about Arizona? Can we get
61 degrees?
Get closer.
What's that?
Get closer.
You're looking for? Oh, we're looking for Phoenix.
Bring it home.
Okay, let me see what's happening. In 84 degrees in Phoenix under wispy clouds.
Damn it.
Because it is a Whiskey Wednesday. These are wispy clouds.
Too hot.
Overnight lows down to the around 50 degrees. Sunshine, 80, 80, 78, 79, 80. Ooh, 75 next Tuesday.
It is taking way
75.
too long to get cooler. I'm getting a little bit sad about this.
On Thursday. Oh, it'll be in the mid 70s next week. From the 1580, the Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff Cobb.
So does this mean we're going to have a colder winter, or does this mean we're going to have a warmer winter? Because you know how it goes the other direction. When the it takes longer for the 100-degree temperature to hit, then you end up having a excoriating. That's a word I just made up. It's excoriating summer. So does that work the other direction, or is it just
going to be a very mild winter?
God, see, I like wearing layers. I like wearing my robe in the morning, you know, having the robe and not looking like an alcoholic. You know, I want to have a purpose for the robe. So I don't know. I wish it was cooler. I wish it could just be cooler.
I have a purpose for my robe. I won't share it though.
I'll tell you what I told the last person.
You
can close your robe or you can close your window, but one of those things has to happen.
Okay.
The neighbors have complained.
Very well.
We got to take a break. When we come back, I don't know what the hell we're doing. It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PRO-COPY. That's 602-776-2679.
You feel that? It's finally happening. It's starting to get cooler. Is it time to start wearing sweaters? No. It's time to call Harmon Solar. See, if you install solar now, you get to enjoy huge savings next summer, up to 85% off your monthly bill. That means with zero down and no payments for 12 months, you can put that AC at whatever temperature you like year round. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit cbialliance.com.
When it comes to automotive repairs, where do you start? Been looking for a new home? Should you rent or buy? If you're looking for the latest trends in the automotive industry or real estate, look no further than the Drive Friendly Radio Show. Hosted by Steve, with over 40 years in the automotive industry, and Felicia, who's well established in the real estate market, you can get great advice and insight you can trust. You'll be smarter for listening, and maybe you'll have a little fun too. The Drive Friendly Radio Show, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. And yes, we are at that time in the high school football season. Got the playoffs happening. Going to find out who your state champions are and all the A's and the open division. Yeah, that makes me think, is there a 1A? Is there a 1A division in the high school football?
I don't know about Arizona, but I have heard of it in other states, yes.
2A? I haven't heard it about 2. I've heard,
yes.
All I heard about here on this station is 5A, 6A, and open division. Do we ever have 4A? I don't know.
Well, I think so. I think schools like Maryvale, Trevor Brown, Camelback, I think those are all 4A schools.
I would have thought most everybody from Westwood High School was in AA.
Wow.
Just
so there is it goes from 1A all the way up to 6A.
Well, I know
Wow.
it does. I don't ever hear about those games. So
Because those are the 1A and the 2A are usually the smaller schools. So results vary when it comes to how competitive those games can wind up being.
did you see? Because Westwood were all bastards when I was going to Mountain View in Mesa. Yeah, they were all bastards. Every single one of them.
Okay.
Hated all of them. They didn't have any. We couldn't mess with their mascot. Like for the Jackrabbits of Mesa High, you could do things. And I'm just saying, they just
What
that
kind
was
of cruel things did you do to a rabbit? I'm sure there are some people in the fourth dimension that would like to know.
Oh, no. You don't ever hurt a bunny. The stuffed animal, you could tear its head off and throw it out on the lawn of Mesa High.
So you remove the head from a bunny rabbit.
No, the stuffed.
Mhm.
But the Warriors of Westwood didn't really have nothing I could do there. So
Did they have some sort of a mascot that was a warrior and he had some sort of fighting implement like a shield or sword or some sort of thing?
no, nothing like that. So the best I could do is date a girl from there and anger the quarterback there. That was it. Well, it backfired. They won state. They won the state championship game that year, so it didn't matter. And then I dated a girl from Dobson trying to do the same thing. They won the state championship.
They won state and you got mono.
Yeah. And I was told to sit that next year out, please. Just please stop. Anyway, you guys think it's joking. I'm not kidding.
There's some high school that was like, so where's Jeffrey?
Yeah. We need him to date the quarterback's girlfriend. King Kitten says that it was 47 degrees in my patio this morning. Listen, no doubt that it's nice and cool overnight, but the fact it's getting up to 84 and 85 on December 1st, does that not occur to anybody? Yeah, nobody.
I have no idea what's normal.
I don't
and
know
what's
why
not normal
everybody
here.
is complaining about this. It's absolutely beautiful outside. I was out earlier today in my garage working on something, and it was just gorgeous.
I want it cooler earlier, and I want it cooler longer. That's what I want.
Well, it is cool.
And if
It
you
is-
vote me your senior class president, I
thought we were-
guarantee.
thought
Sorry,
that
I
was going to be emperor.
Sorry, I slipped back to high school there for a minute. Sorry. Robert from Surprise says, I don't mind the temperatures right now. It's nice barbecuing in shorts and flip flops on
Yeah.
Christmas Day. Speaking of barbecue, if the new texter is a barbecue fan, maybe a good texter name is Butts and Guts. I don't think that's a good
Butts and Guts.
Is it? Is that a good one?
Is it? I mean,
Rub the meat. Rub the meat. See, now if you're a barbecuer, they rub the meat. There you go.
Robert, we'll put that one in on the list.
Dry rub the meat.
Yep. Dry rub always makes me feel uncomfortable when I hear someone say that. just saying.
Dry rub.
Just treat yourself nice. Thunder Snow says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Randy, it's Whiskey Wednesday. Can I please get a Jameson Black Barrel in my shot glass, please?
Absolutely. There you are, my friend.
Kiss the Cook says, blame the warm weather on El Nina. Yeah, I think he's going through menopause. You are correct. Boogie says, when Brian Kelly was head coach for the Central Michigan there, he had a big party. He invited his team's GA, Robert Sella, and Matt LaFleur to the party. When they got there, they were on the workers list, not the attendees list. They ended up shoveling snow in valet parking and retrieving cars, and they were not happy about it.
They were his graduate assistants, and he was just like, yep, free labor.
That's like a scene from Coming to America when the dad invites Hakeem and then says, here, park the cars. That's horrible. Fed Fan says, it's not too hot, Jeffrey. It's absolutely beautiful. No, listen, it's beautiful for, say, September, but it's December 1st.
Did you see
September
any college? Did you see any college football this past weekend, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Did you see the Michigan-Ohio State game?
No.
Snow.
Awesome.
Would you rather it be snowing?
Yes.
No.
I don't miss snow.
Love snow.
I don't miss it.
No.
Senior Wakenbake says, remember George Marison for the Bullets dude was like 8 feet tall. Doesn't he have a son that plays? Do you know what he's talking about?
George Marison?
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
You're very old, Senior Wakenbake. Lost Toby says, well, when a man messes with a woman and that woman happens to be my sister, I'm coming for everyone. I mostly hate all the new fans who aren't actually basketball fans and just want to talk bleak. I'm also ready for Steph Curry FU game on Friday.
What?
That's a lot of rage and anger there, and I can't remember why.
And it started in one place and ended with basketball. And
Wait, was that Lost Toby?
Yeah, Lost Toby.
Is this a continuation of his hatred for Phoenix Suns fans?
So I guess he's hanging out at a bar after the Suns win, and his sister is there, and I guess a man started messing with her.
All right. Okay.
That still shouldn't try to you shouldn't take that still to mean all Suns fans.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
And listen, if your sister is good looking, you can't get mad at other people for thinking she's good looking and hitting on her. I mean, fair is fair, man. Fair is fair.
What do you mean by messing with? I think is the real answer there. Do you just not like the people who are looking at her, or
like, come here, darling, come here, dance with me. And she's like, no. And you had to fight your way out of the place. I mean, what happened? Ookla says, Randy, Keon, and whoever this new guy is, when did this become a dating game show?
I know.
I'm not sure myself. Good Cat says, Keon, if Ralph shows up tomorrow, are you going to boast? Are you going to brag? Are you going to flaunt? You going to taunt?
Keon's not that way.
Not really. I was happy to get the win. Come a little bit. Look, I want to, but I don't think I will.
I want you to jump up on the console here and moon dance in front of him and wag your butt in his face. Because that's what he would do to you.
I've got to be the bigger person here.
I don't think any of us can moonwalk, can we?
No,
especially not Ralph. Ralph would be voted least likely to moonwalk on the console here.
You think?
Rough Rob says, has Touchdown Jesus shed a tear now that Kelly is gone? No. Hefty Lefty says, I never have a problem with people at the bar watching any game. Candy Store has the nicest fans. Okay, Hefty. Easy does it. Against the Spread says, people in Arizona that like snow never had to shovel it. I've shoveled snow. I enjoyed it. I like it cold outside, guys. I really do. There's been more than a few people who wanted to take a swing at me for saying, hey, you think it'll snow? When I was in Minnesota for that year. King of Kitten says, remember, Arizona 1A high school football is 8-man. Small school football played on a smaller field. Well, I don't know why you bother at that point. It's 8-man. Fish Tank says, speaking of the weather getting cool soon, have any of you ever done the whole silicon floor with the little flakes in the garage? I think that might be my next project. I've been wanting to do that.
No, I have not.
Yeah, where you like a paint roller, and you roll that stuff out on the floor, and while it's wet, you sprinkle little flakes on it, those little spots and stuff. And then after that dry, you go and you put another layer over the top of it. That's some manly fun right there, Fish Tank. Let me know how that goes. I've seen a lot of people do it badly. I've seen a lot of people like, oh, geez, this is harder than I thought.
See, the problem with me doing something like that is the first day that it's 115 out and I'm driving my car around, I pull in my garage. What I'm going to hear when I come back to get into my car to go somewhere is going to be, there's going to be 4 tire marks where my car was, because that's what happens if you don't have somebody who knows what the hell they're doing, put it in.
Well, here's a pro tip. Don't park on it while it's wet.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. I have a buddy that did that to his garage, and the thing was dry. And as soon as it got hot outside, as a matter of fact, he did it in the dead of winter here in Phoenix. And as soon as it got hot outside, his tires got hot, and he pulled in and he parked and he went to get in and go somewhere, left 4 tire marks where his car was parked.
That doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. Here's the thing. Don't always hit the lowest price on Amazon when you're getting your materials. Maybe for something like that, click highest reviews and you get the good stuff. So it doesn't have to happen to you. I think it's totally doable. I might do it myself this year. Lacrosse guy says, yeah, my wife did my garage because I thought it was pointless. And geez, he's leaving us hanging on this.
Yes, was it pointless?
Yeah.
Did it turn out well?
Boogie says the Daily Blender have always played matchmaker. That's how I met Jen from accounting. Again, she's just
not a real person.
Not even okay.
You guys think.
Fed Fan says if I get trashed for these dating comments, it might be best if I quit texting for a while. Yeah, nobody's trashing you for dating comments. It's not a date. You just hanging out with King Kittens, watching a game. It's just a friendly thing. That's all it is. Robert from Surprise says, should we start putting our profile out on air? If so, I'm Robert from Surprise. 5'10", 240 pounds, green eyes, bald head. I like long walks on the beach. And oh, wait, never mind. I'm married. Wow, I like how we got through the entire profile.
Never mind, I'm married.
Oh, never mind, I'm married. She must have walked in the room right then. Kiss the Cook says Spencer Rattler has to be the first Heisman candidate to ever sit on the bench. Well, you stop being a candidate about the time you sit on the bench, don't you?
And he stopped being a candidate about 2 weeks before he got benched.
Yeah.
He was not playing well.
Lacrosse guy says his wife did a great job on the garage floor. To me, a garage doesn't need to be so nice, so I didn't care. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but it is pretty cool though to have that that coated garage. If you pay somebody, it's really expensive. So if you're gonna do it though, don't skimp, or else you're gonna end up with big old tire marks like Randy was talking about. Thunder Snow says, I thought Jen from accounting was dead. Yeah, I killed her because she wasn't even real.
No.
Figment of my imagination.
Yes, she is.
So there is something we do need to discuss, and I'm just going to throw this out there. The Suns are being investigated by lawyers for the NBA, and they're trying to line up everybody for these interviews. Okay. But there's some employees who are worried about their non-disclosure agreements they may have signed because they don't want to get in trouble. So here's the deal, Robert Sarver, Phoenix Suns. Here's a good way to prove you have nothing to hide and that you are innocent of these things. Release those employees from their non-disclosure agreements. Let them talk to the Warriors for the NBA. Problem solved, right?
Yeah.
I would assume so, yes.
And nothing would make you look more innocent.
If you get heavy on these guys and start threatening legal action on the non-disclosure, well, that tells a story too, doesn't it? I'm just saying. All right, guys, we must take break. Back with hour two. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Happy holidays don't just happen on their own. You make them happen with a little help from new appliances at the Home Depot. Because warm wishes won't roast that turkey. You'll want a new convection oven for that. An air fryer will help make the season light and delicious. And while you're at it, consider a new LG or Samsung fridge that's big enough to hold all kinds of Christmas cheer. Make the holidays yours with the season's best savings on top appliances at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
You ever hear something on the radio and figure I got to give it a shot? Well, I did. This is Stephen McCollum, host of The Main Event here on The Fanatic. I heard all the ads for Valley Medical Weight Loss and thought, what have I got to lose? I'm a client with Valley Medical Weight Loss, so I know firsthand that it really works. Valley Medical is a true pioneer in the weight loss industry, supervised by board-certified physicians, helping you gain the edge in your weight loss battle, boosting your energy, and getting you real results. 3 Valley locations, so there's one near you. Visit valleymedicalweightloss.com for info, and when you go, mention The Fanatic or Money Radio and get your first week free. Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from The Main Event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m., the Suns face the Pistons Thursday night. What's the status of Devin Booker, and can they keep the streak alive? Has Major League Baseball started a lockout? Thursday night football preview and the Cowboys player status updates and Saints QB news. Cardinals updates and more. So join me, Stephen McCollum, on The Main Event Thursday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
500 apiece, you get that fine for 500, 502 apiece, 1 million, 150.
The best weekly auction is right here in Arizona. It's only a click of the mouse away from great deals on almost everything. Visit liquidateaz.com for weekly auctions on everyday household items, antiques from around the world, sports and non-sports cards, memorabilia and autographs, comic books, comic character collectibles, Native American, pots, jewelry, rugs, and sterling silver. Liquidateaz.com weekly auctions is the place for great deals and works of art, gold and silver, coins and U.S. currency, gold and sterling jewelry, vintage LP vinyl records, vintage electronics, ham radio, RC cars, planes, and boats. Interested in antique clocks, watches, and timepieces, or a wide variety of sports equipment, including hunting, fishing lures, poles, and gear. How about military collectibles, medals, uniforms, or helmets? All at liquidateaz.com. Looking to liquidate an estate? Liquidateaz.com can help with estate sales and consignment services. Liquidateaz.com for information.
Contractors, are you missing out on jobs due to lack of bonding? When your current bonding holds you back, call Arizona's #1 bond managers at Constructors Bonding. They have the market relationships and expertise to take you where you want to go. Serving all types of contractors of any size, licensed in all states. When you need better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding, 602-432-5929, or visit CBIalliance.com.
Live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240 U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Quiet, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start? Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live from the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. Some of you already have heard the news. I will confirm the news. That's right. There is news. There is Daily Blender news. No, we're not going to 4 hours.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Hey, wait, what?
Okay.
What's your problem with 4 hours? Thought you'd want the extra hours.
I mean, yeah, but the 3 hours is nice.
He's like, yeah, I want extra hours. It's just not these hours. Well, hey, listen, we have breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news here on the Daily Blender before we get to the other breaking news about the Daily Blender.
This is breaking news.
Devin Booker will not play against the Detroit Pistons tomorrow or against Golden State Warriors on Friday. He's probably going to miss quite a few games dealing with that hamstring injury.
Damn it.
So thanks for
Damn
that,
it.
George. And now it's time for breaking news here on the Daily Blender. Yes, breaking news about the Daily Blender.
This is breaking news.
It is official. It's a done deal, and it's happening tomorrow at 4:18. Rosalie Michaels, your fantasy girl, is back to answer fantasy football questions for one and all. So be sure to tune in for that when she comes back. And, I could not ask for a better week for Rosalie Michaels to come back because I beat her this week. Yes. Yes. I mean, just.
Boy, I tell you. That's not a way to welcome a guest back to the show.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to mention it at all. I'm just going to make her so uncomfortable, she has to mention it herself.
Oh, because that's so much better.
It is.
There's so much more humility in doing it that way.
She knows I'm thinking about it. When she tweeted out she was coming back to the show, I said, oh, good, because I'm so glad I beat her this week. I did it there. So she will probably preemptively strike. And then that's when the confetti and the balloons come down.
You throw yourself a parade and man.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. Fantasy football is now going to be handled once again by Rosalie Michaels. We thank CJ Kaltenbach for his time helping out with the show, but Rosalie is back and by popular demand. So that's what we're doing there. So there you have it. Big George says, yay, Rosalie Michaels is back. Hope her phone works. Yeah. Just Ookla.
They really only seem to plague one man. So I think we'll be okay.
Ookla says, is King of Kittens Good Cat's father? No. I think, Good Cat is the only cool Arizona fan we know. He's a great guy. Good guy. Can't wait to hang out at a remote with him. King of Kittens, he just likes kitty cats. I don't think it has anything to do with Arizona. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Ookla, stop taking shots at the host and maybe focus on your mom's male hormone shots.
Wow.
I almost should have read like this. Hey, Ookla, stop taking shots at... I can't even do it. I'm laughing too hard. Wow. Okay, I got texture on texture crime right there.
Wow.
Lost Toby says, I'll mention it if you send me the email address about the, oh, geez, Lost Toby. Thank you. Sorry. You know what? That's my bad. Let me make a note to myself. He won our Harmon Solar Fan Pick'em week 12, and I got to set him up to get that jersey. So I will do that at the next break, Lost Toby. Thanks for the reminder. Watermelon says, what happened with CJ? Too many technical issues? No, well, yeah, we got past that, but Rosalie Michaels, she's been a part of the show since 2014, and situation happened where she was able to come back, and then so that's what we're doing. So nothing against that guy. We're just she's a very old friend of the show. Okay, I shouldn't say that. She's a woman. She's a longtime friend of the show. I say very old friend of the show.
Oh,
they get slapped in the mouth.
It sounds like you're saying she's very old and not that she has been, well, a longtime friend of the show, which is what you got to eventually.
Yeah.
She's a longtime friend of the show. Yeah.
I don't want to have to apologize to her like I had to apologize to people at the Homeowners Association. Because if you're wondering, it was me who kept putting all those lawn reindeer in suggestive positions. I'm sorry. I apologize. I could not resist. And I go for a walk at like 11 o'clock at night, and everybody's got a camera now. So sorry. Can we talk about the power rankings of the NFL? Can we do that?
Sure.
Cardinals are numero uno.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. And that concludes our talk about the power rankings.
No, there's more to talk about. Yeah, you guys came off of a bye week. You get to be number one. Everybody's saying you're a lock for the Super Bowl and all that, which I'm sure you hate.
Come on. Yeah.
But
please.
The rest of the power rankings, kind of surprising. There's no Chiefs in the top 10. A lot of the teams you thought were going to be good this year turned to stone. Although the Packers are right up there with the Cardinals, and the Buccaneers are hanging in there too. Patriots making a play. They're in the fourth spot. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, there's the Chiefs. I couldn't see them all the way down there at 5. Yeah, I don't believe that they're going to do much this season. I mean, you think there's a miracle coming where the Chiefs suddenly become the Chiefs again and they just run the table?
I'm not ruling it out. Like, I feel weird with how good we've seen them look and how prolific Patrick Mahomes has been. I feel odd ruling them out. So I do think that there's a chance. I mean, they have all of the same pieces that they've had before. They do have to tweak some things so that they can move past what the league has put together and figured out as far as the book on them offensively.
I figured out why I couldn't do that voice earlier, because it starts with FU. I couldn't say that on radio. Up here, Zookla, your mom and dad are the same person. How's that? There you go. That was the latest text from Senior Wake and Bake. So my Colts are all the way down at number 16. That's generous. I'll be honest. I feel like it's generous. Everybody else thinks they're a playoff team just waiting to happen. It's not happening, guys. Take it easy.
I mean, you say it's generous, but none of the teams that are behind them I would have above them.
Washington football team is at number 23.
That's about right.
And the Lions are at 32. That's completely right.
Exactly correct.
Yeah. So seeing the Bengals in there at number 10, the Titans at number 9, seeing the Ravens all the way down at 8. Now that's a surprise. The Rams down at 7, the Bills down at 6. I think that's generous for the Bills to be at number 6 right now.
Wait a minute, you got the Titans where?
9. They should be higher, don't you think?
Oh no, geez, they shouldn't even be in the top 10. Are you kidding me?
We're not talking about the Panthers. We're talking about the Titans.
The Titans. Yeah, the Titans.
You
the
think
ones that are one-dimensional and Tannehill can't manage a game anymore.
That's not true.
It's easy for them to get their asses
Derrick
beat.
Henry was out and Tannehill did fine.
Not this year, he hasn't.
No, he's played a couple of
games.
Since Derrick Henry's been injured. He had a couple of good games and one average game that they won.
Listen, in my humble opinion, the Titans, that's overrated.
I mean, to say that the Titans are
happy to hear you say that.
The Titans are one-dimensional, sure, but like you look at this list from 5 to 10, that's a bunch of one-dimensional teams.
What do you got 5 to 10 again?
Yeah, you've got Chiefs at 5, you've
Chiefs,
got Bills at 6, Rams
Bills
7,
are that's
Ravens,
overrated.
Titans,
Overrated. Bills are overrated. Go ahead.
Bengals.
Who's after the Bills?
After the Bills,
the Rams
at 7.
Where's the Chargers at?
I only got 1 through 10, and I didn't have room on my paper. So
it's my point exactly.
The Chargers are at 15.
You have the Chargers that are at 15. You have the Titans that are at what did you say, 9?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the Chargers, I would on paper, the Chargers are better. However, they haven't played like it in about 3 weeks.
The Bills shouldn't even be in the top 10.
The Bill. I mean, I want to agree with you, but every team outside of the top 10, I would not say are better than the Bills. Like, I wouldn't say that the Niners are better, or the Raiders are better than the Bills are right now.
God, let's be honest. Everybody south of the Patriots at 4. Who knows?
Crapshoot.
Yeah, who knows? It's not
just
even
kind
about
of a windstorm of wherever they land.
Somebody just shook the dice, rolled them out, and said, "There you go, put the teams on," because you got 7-4, 7-4, 7-4. I mean, they have the Ravens, who are 8-3, all the way down at 8. They have the Titans, who are 8-4, all the way down at 9.
Oh my! See, now the Ravens, they need to be up there. At least they've won some games against notable opponents. The Bills,
they've been bad lately.
The Bills. Oh my! They've dominated teams that they should have dominated, and they've been beat by teams they should have dominated. I submit to you, Jacksonville. Just that one loss right there should put them out of the top 10.
I got to pull up the thing because people are asking questions like where the Raiders are on the list. You have the CBS list up in there?
I do, and the Raiders are number 12. They are behind the Niners and at 11, and the Bengals at 10.
There is so much meh on the power rankings that, and this is about as good as you can get. It's kind of like when you're watching the NBA draft. The NBA draft, the first few people matter, and everyone else after that, who knows? Who knows how it's going to turn out?
Wow.
And that's what this is. So, hey, let's just be happy. Your Cardinals are on top of the mountain, my friend.
Yeah.
There's very few who can stand up against them.
I am enjoying this season immensely. I understand it's that success is fleeting. And at any moment, the floor can be taken out from under me. But listen, I'm enjoying it right now.
Yeah. And even if the, ranking floor gets put out from under you a little bit, I'll tell you what, you're still in it. You're still in that mix.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
I think let's see what happens coming off the bye week against a team that we should absolutely throttle as payback for what happened last year. Remember, we had a chance to go to the playoffs, the final game of the season against the Bears, and we lost. We should absolutely throttle these guys.
Where are the Bears on that list?
Let's see. Let's take a look here. The Bears are, they're 29.
That's about right. Yeah.
They're ahead of the Texans, Jags, and Lions.
Don't lose this game.
They're just behind the Jets.
Don't lose this game. But listen, something to celebrate. Cardinals on top, even after a bye week. I kind of was suspicious, and I haven't looked at the other guys' power rankings because, who cares about Espen? But I kind of wondered if the fact they were on a bye week was going to have them slip behind the Packers, even with a better record, because they already got some people with better records farther down the list, too. So that would not have been outside of the realm of possibility. But luckily, they have their heads on straight. Can I just be honest? I don't feel like the Packers are that team, though. You know what I mean? They're 9-3, and then when you see that, you're surprised that they're 9-3. I've watched more than a handful of games, and they don't. What is it with them? They don't seem so amazing and dynamic. I would almost feel like these guys have lost a few more games. You know what I mean?
They're good, but they're not explosive, and that's what they were last year. When it looked like that team ought to go to a Super Bowl, that team was explosive. This team is good. But they dink and dunk a lot more than I've seen an Aaron Rodgers led team do. I've seen, Aaron Rodgers got the big arm. You got Devontae Adams in that connection. You'd think that there'd be more yardage out of it, but Adams has been in and out of the lineup. They've had some running back issues health-wise, so maybe that's why they don't look as explosive, but I think that's what it is.
Their record is different than the eye test, you know what I mean? And let me just say this, I was suspicious when they hired Matt LaFleur, and he's a good coach.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was Ty Lue to LeBron James, if you know what I mean. I
Right.
thought it was just, okay, I'll just stand here.
Just be a figurehead.
That's it. That's all we need because Aaron Rodgers is running stuff. But no, he's a pretty damn good coach. Got to give him credit for that. Let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, in fact, I think all the AFC teams are going to be quietly 11 and 12 and 13 wins. The Chiefs worry me because they're quietly 7-4 and get to play the Broncos twice and the Raiders and the Steelers. They could still be the quietest 12-win team pretty easily. Yeah, there's still more games to go. And Randy, you look at strength of schedule for some of these guys, and it might give them a false sense of standing. You know what I mean? Like at the Chiefs, I don't know what their strength of schedule is the rest of the way out, but if their schedule in front of them is easy and suddenly, they're a 12 or 11 win team. There's like, the Chiefs, they're no, you got to look at who they're playing.
Well, yes, you do have to look at who they're playing. And if you look at the Buffalo Bills schedule prior to this power ranking year, I mean, I think you guys would agree with me. They haven't really played anybody of any substance to have them be ranked so highly. But maybe I'm wrong here.
And who are those losses to? That's also another telling thing.
Well, yeah.
Random texter says, Jeffrey, you can tell the audience real quick where the Washington football team ranks. I can tell you real quick, 23. That's where Washington football team is on the list right now. And they're only one win away from being the same as my Colts all the way up at 16. So figure that out. Watermelon says, what stat makes up the power rankings? Not stats. This is like CBS taking a look at all the teams and kind of putting them in the order of a power ranking. All this stuff is not based on a whole lot. Like I said, if you went by standings in the NFL based on records, well, then the Ravens and the Titans and the Bengals would be even higher up on the list than they are. So this is just a power ranking, which is imaginary.
So the remaining strength of schedule, which is just the winning percentage of all the teams you have left to play, who has the highest winning percentage. The Chiefs have the 6th toughest strength of schedule.
Well, okay. So you can expect them to be like a 9 or 10 win team at the end of this if they're lucky. Lost Toby says Raiders should be 33 after the bye week and 31, and then the Lions at 32. Okay, Lost Toby. Silly Wabbit says Cardinals are finally on top of the mountain, so Kyler can now see everybody. Come on, Silly Wabbit.
Why?
Roll Tide Kara says, hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. Senior Wake and Bake says, give me one name for my Niners. Bleep. Wait. Each of you. Sorry.
What?
Give me one name from my Niners.
Sorry. I don't know why I threw that bleep in there. There was no bleep. My apologies.
Okay.
I just expected when I see the word of you, I just thought we were being told off. Give me one name for my Niners, each of you. All right. So it's one word to describe the Niners? Is that what you're
George
saying?
Kittle.
One name for the Niners.
George Kittle.
Mediocre.
Oh, I see what you're. Okay. All right.
Now it's 2 if you said George Kittle. You just said Kittle.
Inoffensive. And I mean that their offense is not good.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They get things done defensively, but I'm
disappointing.
Not for you. You're loving every minute of that.
I'm saying Randy's probably doing it from the point of view of a Niners fan or just a casual fan who thought that the Niners would be better. Because I thought so too.
I'm doing so from the viewpoint of a disinterested party. Mediocre. So there you go. Kyler Murray says, no, I'm not doing that. Thunder as a Sound Barbarian says, what name for the Niners? Winers. There you go. Random Texter says, first I asked for the Washington rankings for Keon's benefit. Second, this is ESPN's power ranking. No, this is the CBS Sports one right here.
We already scientifically disproved the ESPN rankings earlier in the season. So we will not be referring to them.
Hey, feel good. At least your Chiefs sit at 5. I wouldn't have put them at 5. Nothing personal, but still. Would I put the Ravens above the Chiefs? I think I might. Would I put the Rams in front of the Chiefs? No. Would I put the Bills in front of the Chiefs? No. So, yeah, your Chiefs are about where they probably should be on that list. Maybe one spot higher than they need to be. So at least you got that to be happy about. By the way, we're getting close, and everybody's going to be looking at, okay, where are we at the wild card hunt? Where are we at the playoffs? Who's going to have the home field advantage? Bruce Arians painfully aware of how important home field advantage has been, but has anybody given him the memo that it doesn't matter this year? Right now, he's like, oh, no doubt about it. He says the home field advantage is going to be critical in this year's playoffs. I'm not so sure it will be. Do you think anything's going to change just because it's the playoffs? I mean, it's been like a 50-50 split almost.
Well, I don't mean he's probably not talking about from the standpoint of having your fans around. I mean, that's one aspect of it. But you're talking about a team that has to travel, sleep in a hotel, have the wake up clocks, not on their regular routine, opposed to a team that's at home, sleeping in their own bed, in their own surroundings, driving their own car to the facility, not having to ride on a team bus and all that business. So I think from that standpoint, the coach is saying it's monumental in the playoffs to have home field advantage.
Well, let's see what he says. He says it's back like the old days. It only ever happened a couple of times in history of the league where teams advanced to the Super Bowl while playing every playoff game on the road. When I was in Pittsburgh, we went to the Super Bowl and won with all road games. I think the Giants might have done it, but it's not easy. It's a very hard thing with fans. So actually he is thinking about the fans. People forget, everybody talks about our road woes. Yes, we're 500 on the road right now, and that's pretty damn good in the old days where the fans in the stands and you go in and win in a place like Philly, and when you go in and win a place like Indy, those are hard stadiums to win in. Home field advantage in the playoffs is huge, huge advantage. Is he confusing you guys too? Because I feel like he's saying this 2 different things all at the same time.
He may not have had his 3 o'clock cocktail.
Because on one hand, he's saying, I think what he's saying is hard on the fans, but it's not as hard on us as you think it will be. I think that's what he was saying.
I get the sense that that's what he meant too. I thought he would go more the direction of, hey, you're a warm weather team. You don't want to travel to Green Bay to play a playoff game. You're a dome team. You don't want to play out in the wind, in Cleveland and Buffalo, where it swirls in those stadiums. And those things matter too.
Good news is it's going to be a warm weather Super Bowl, so at least you got that to look forward to if you can get there. Got to take a break. We come back. Let's talk some more random NFL stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Contractors need bonds, and the professionals at Constructors Bonding have been Arizona's leading surety management team for 40 years. We don't just deliver bonds, we make your bonding better. As the #1 producer with 14 markets, Constructors Bonding has the relationships and expertise to get you better capacity, better rates, and better terms. For better bonding, call Dave McKee at Constructors Bonding at 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929. Or visit cbialliance.com.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind community is disproportionately unemployed. Those of us that do have jobs are typically underemployed, and that should be, for all of us, unacceptable, especially when you consider we tend to be more productive and continually rate high for quantity and quality of work. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org, sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
Get your college game on. Get ready for the fight songs. Get ready for the traditions. Get ready for the rivalries. It's college football.
He's gone. There he goes. Through the line. He'll take it to the house, 90 yards.
And we've got the games you want to hear.
Wide open, and the tight end will walk to the end zone.
College football lives on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and I think I misunderstood again. When I was talking about Green Bay, there's no denying that they are a formidable team. There's no denying that Aaron Rodgers is nuts, in the good ways and the bad ways.
Yeah.
But having watched them, they don't look like the team with that record. They don't look like the team that is, in the top four and just killing it. By record, yes, they are, but they don't have any flashy stars. And I guess it's just, a lunchbox team going in, getting it done, getting out. And other than the silliness with Aaron Rodgers, you don't hear much. Maybe it's because all that negative stuff about Aaron Rodgers, my brain can't let me believe that they are that good.
Sort of like a workman-like team, like a journeyman team, like that.
Because he doesn't really have, a whole lot of star power. I mean, you got Devontae Adams catching the ball for him. He's money in the bank, and that's it. Because Randall Cobb ain't doing much. Scantling's been hurt, but even then, he ain't doing much. And some other guys out there.
Lazard's been in and out of the lineup.
Right.
I forget the name of their tight end. He went down against the Cardinals.
So, yeah, they just don't look like that team, yet here we are. So got to give them respect, no matter what you think about Aaron Rodgers for whatever reasons. And Boogie says, Green Bay can make a deep run in the playoffs. Their defense is their strength. I'm going to pause on that. Can you believe that is actually a thing? The Green Bay defense, it was it last year? Green Bay came out and they had a game. They played pretty good. And Aaron Rodgers was like, woo, howdy. Oh, boy, how about that defense? We got a defense. And then after that, he's like, oh, no, we don't have a defense.
Yeah, they from
It was horrible.
From that point on, they severely underachieved, but they do look good this year. I mean, they're getting to the quarterback on Sunday. They made Matthew Stafford's life hell for all 4 quarters of that game. And anytime they got the ball back for Aaron Rodgers, Packers capitalized. So
yeah,
maybe that's what it is.
Boogie says they're top 10 in rushing defense, top 10 in passing defense, top 5 in points allowed. They're not the typical Green Bay we're used to watching, which is why they don't pass the eye test. They've spent a lot of draft picks on defense over the last 3 years, and it's finally paying off right now. Do not overlook Green Bay. Rashawn Gary has been playing out of his mind for Green Bay.
Rashawn Gary's been awesome. I think they drafted him out of Michigan. He is an elite pass rusher.
Thundar the Santa Barbarian says, Jeffrey's just a soul whose intentions are sort of good. Oh, Lord, please don't let him be misunderstood. Thank you. Kyle G says, at what point do the Browns try to trade Baker for Heineke? You want?
No.
Do you want
No.
Baker Mayfield?
No.
He's not
I
gonna
would
take a
rather
downgrade to that horrible FedEx Field stadium, wherever that is, with the leaky pipes.
Yeah, that stadium injures everybody, and Baker's already got 7 injuries. Do you think that that's a good combination? FedEx Field and Baker Mayfield? Are you insane?
Hey guys, here is the next insane thing you'll hear today. Gather around for some more 49er delusion.
Uh-oh.
Lost Toby says Niners going to get hot at the right time. Are we going back in time, Lost Toby? Is that what's happening? Are we time traveling? Is that it?
Well, Lost Toby is saying, as well as who else was it? Senior Wake. Somebody else was beating us up last week when Jeffrey was gone, doing the same thing. The 49ers are going to get hot. Here come the 49ers. The 49ers have got things together. Jimmy G is the answer. The 49ers are going to go and get a wild card and beat everybody and go to the Super Bowl. I mean, that was the kind of crazy talk that it was last week.
I mean,
were they just trolling you?
I assumed so. Either that or they are that delusional. The only thing I've got for the Niners that's positive is that strength of schedule that they have left. They have the 20th toughest schedule. So it's pretty easy sledding from here on out for them because they got a game against the Texans coming up. They've got a game against the Seahawks, obviously, and the Falcons are on the schedule. So those are some teams that are up ahead that may give them a chance, but it's not like the Niners have looked good.
I feel like the Falcons can beat the 49ers.
Well, they do have those games.
Please don't clip that, what I just said. Just in case. 602 Pats fan says, yeah, imagine being the Rams with all those stars and still being crap.
Yeah.
That is, as interesting as it's been to watch what's going on with the Chiefs, the Rams just got to leave you a little bit head scratching. Stafford came out like a wrecking ball. I'm not going to sing, but
don't have to.
Now he's been wrecked. What happened to the Rams? What changed where everything was looking really great? What was it because the Cardinals whipped their ass and they lost all their confidence?
2 words: no running game.
That's it. No running game. The whole thing.
That it really hurts them a lot. And what McVay's offense is largely predicated on is the run. That's why they paid Todd Gurley all that money. Just didn't work out because of his health. But
they got the defense that's got Von Miller on it. They got the offense now with Odell Beckham Jr.
Offense doesn't work without a running game.
At least theirs doesn't. I've seen them work without it, but like that offense had Patrick Mahomes. This offense has Matthew Stafford, who is playing okay, but he's clearly not elevating the team to another level like they hoped he would.
Matthew Stafford's also beat up.
Yeah,
I mean,
which is true.
He came into the season somewhat healthy, but he's been taking hits all year. His offensive line is not as big and bad and tough as everybody thinks they are, and you can get around them. The Cardinals did twice, or it did, and they'll do it again on the 18th of December.
Senior Wake and Bake says the Niners will overcome the odds, and the rest are soft like baby cotton. Okay,
here they come.
Lost Toby says, I'm just hoping to get in the wild card. And the Niners also whooped their ass, by the way. Don't know which one you're talking about, but I believe it. The Rams. Ukle the Mock says Lost Toby and Senior Wake and Bake need to take their tent off of Pelosi's lawn and just join the real world. Okay. Bob Shrisky says, hey, salutation there, Blender Brothers. As crazy as the season that has been, is it just me or is this week primed to see a lot of upsets maybe? Oh, Bob.
It does feel like there have been a lot of upsets in the last handful of weeks.
Yeah,
so
no, can't. Bob Swirsky is a Bears fan.
Is Bob trying to root the Bears onto
that? Is Midwestern passive aggressiveness at its finest. He can't come right at Randy and talk any smack about the Bears beating the Cardinals. He's like, hey, is it just me or is this primed to be the week of the upsets?
Mm-hmm.
That was the quietest I've ever heard anybody chirp on anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a skill.
God help you if the Cardinals lose, Randy. God help you.
Yeah, I agree.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, I mean, I'm pretty sure the Lions would have some wins if Stafford were still there and Randy wouldn't have to wear that hat all next year. I think he still would have.
I have no problem wearing that hat.
Dick Whiskers says, I also think the Niners are going to get hot. Probably sometime around 2024, 2025. Beer Bob says, hey guys, I'm just tuning in. I could not believe one of the announcers last night actually said the Suns are the real deal. What the F was he thinking? Is he not paying any attention for like the last year? They were in the finals last year, up 2-0, had 16-game win streak before tonight. What else they need us to show them that they're the real deal?
A lot of people thought the Suns got lucky last year, and every team they faced had a deficit. And that's why the Suns went all the way through. So a lot of people are just now realizing that this is a good basketball team.
Which is unfortunate because if you didn't believe last year, what about the entire month of November did you miss? Like they were playing good basketball that entire month.
You know what? The proof is in the pudding. It's in the end. Who gives a damn if they give you the respect? Who cares if they're talking about you one way or another? They'll have to talk about you at the end of the year. So keep doing your thing, Suns. Don't worry about what the other mean kids think, especially if the 4-letter network. Random Texture says, did someone just make reference to soft baby cotton? I thought we were talking NFL, not LeBron James. Or by the way, Kevin Durant and LeBron James, they've been hanging around a lot together.
Yeah, I mean, more or less since Kevin got in the league.
Okay, so whatever the hell happened to LeBron's hair is evidently contagious. Because have you seen what's going on with Kevin Durant?
Kevin's in a bad place.
A lot of patchiness, just exactly like LeBron.
Well, I wouldn't, because LeBron was trying to hide it the whole time. Like LeBron's hairline was going back, and LeBron was just moving the headband up. Kevin's not even trying to hide it; it's just there. And he's
props to him. He doesn't care about it.
Does not give a rip. He is just in that headspace right now.
But it's just headspace. It's just.
Wish I did that on purpose.
Kind of identical. I think that LeBron James is just contagious all around. I think that's what we're learning right here.
I see.
I don't know. I just think whatever. Kevin, just let it all go.
Yeah, Kevin.
Let it all go.
Let it go.
It's fine. It's okay. It's natural. It happens to everybody.
Get yourself a Lady Bic and take care of business.
But you can't have the Deacon Jefferson going on up there. It's not a good look in 2021. It's just not.
Yeah. Silly Rabbit says the Cardinals should have no problem at all with the Bears. As much as I hate to say it as a Bears fan, but they are who we think they are.
The Cardinals should have keep your eyes on those two key words right there. Should have no problem with the Bears. You're right.
So I'm just a self-loathing Colts fan over here. And my wife and my friend are huge Cardinal fans, and I wish nothing but the best. But if I were a Bears fan, you know what I'd be doing right now? I'd be doing the same thing to the Cardinals fans that I did to the Cubs fans for many years until it worked. I would say this year, guys, it's a lock. World Series, it's a lock. And they'd be like, don't say that. Oh my God. Because they were worried about getting jinxed and stuff. Just saying, Bears fans, if you tell the Cardinal fans, You got it, boy. This game, it's a lock. It's all you Cardinals fans. I don't know. Maybe it gives you a little, I don't know, reverse jinx mojo. I don't know. Why are you looking at me like that, Randy?
Randy's like, why'd you put the secret out there? Why did you
man,
tell everyone?
He doesn't even know what to do with this.
I can't say too much because where Jeffrey's team is and based upon where my team is. However, I will say this. I have faced many years of disappointment at the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. So you go ahead and believe whatever you want to. I'm going to, I've got my hat on. I'll do my rant tomorrow. And you know who I'll be picking, and it won't be the Bears.
I'm picking the Cardinals too. I think it's a lock. 888-368-1580. Lost Toby says, yeah, Trey Young said, here, hold my hair. Baker's Cocky Hen says, I bet if Michael Rappaport mentioned his bald head, he'd probably cry about it. Senior Wake and Bake says, attention to all. Niners are on a winning streak. What the hell is your team doing?
Yeah. Also on a winning streak, honestly.
Who'd they beat? Who'd they beat? Who'd they just beat? Like Jacksonville or something?
Who did Washington
the Lions?
beat?
No,
the Niners. I think it was Jacksonville.
Wow, Senior Wake and Bake. Stand proud. Watermelon says, Jeffrey, did you just piss off your best friend and your wife all in one sentence?
No, I'm sorry. It was Minnesota.
No, he didn't piss me off.
No, I'm just saying that's the only thing that anybody has is to try to do the it's a lock thing. Because outside of that, the Cardinals are just kicking ass, man. Chief Skulls Burner says, afternoon, gents, 49ers. No running game. They use their best wideout to run it into the end zone. Rams, no running game. Defense is all worn down. That's your answers. You are correct, Chief Skull. You are correct. All right. So when we come back, we got more NFL stuff to talk about. And, you know what? Let's just remember to give away these GCU tickets. I got a pair of tickets for Saturday's game, 6 p.m. Mississippi Valley State is coming. But listen, the game on the floor is going to be fun and exciting. But the atmosphere, the havoc, the craziness. If you've never been to a game, you want to go to at least one game this season and see what it is all about. It does. I've been there. It lives up to the hype. It is bonkers. So we'll give these tickets away here in just a little bit. Be listening for your cue to call in and win. All right, back with more of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Hey, everybody, Mark Asher. For the past year and a half, I've been telling you all about my friends over at Valley Medical Weight Loss, about how easy, affordable, and effective they are at helping you lose those unwanted pounds. I've done it. I've had a ton of friends that have gone through the program and lost a ton of weight as well. Now I want you to hear from just one of them.
After years of weight gain, including being quarantined for months, I was finally ready to get help from Valley Medical Weight Loss, and it worked. I've lost 65 pounds, I feel great, and most importantly, I now have a plan on how to keep the weight off forever, thanks to Valley Medical Weight Loss. Don't just take my word for it, try it yourself.
We all hope things are getting back to normal. Now you too can lose the weight you want, even if it's just that last 20 pounds. Valley Medical Weight Loss, 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Phoenix, and Glendale, all walk-in clinics, fast, affordable options for you to lose that weight now. By the way, mention my name, mention this radio ad. You'll get your first week absolutely free. Go to valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Your favorite radio station.
And now you're up to date on the news. Stand by for weather and traffic right after this.
It wakes you up, starts your day, and keeps you informed as well as entertained.
You guys are absolutely the best.
How do you like to work here?
At The Fanatic, we're looking for commissioned sales reps to knock on doors, set up appointments, and extol the benefits of advertising with your favorite radio station. Send your resume to jobs at 1580thefanatic.com.
Think you know about meth? Think again. Today's methamphetamine is far more potent, more addictive, and more deadly than ever before. Today's meth is often laced with the deadly drug fentanyl. In fact, deaths from meth use have doubled in Arizona. What can you do? Get the facts at thenewmeth.com and know there's hope and resources for recovery. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
There's a time to be fearful and a time to be calm. A time to be aggressive and a time to be conservative, especially when it comes to investing. You've heard the phrase, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose.
Hello, I'm Mo Ansari, president of Compact Asset Management. At Compact, we strive to provide you with the tools and experience it takes to be in the right place at the right time to grow and protect your hard-earned money. Call pound 250 on the cell phone and say talk to Mo, and let's check your goals together. You'll get a free portfolio review and risk analysis, and we'll focus on your investment strategies. Call pound 250 on your cell phone and say talk to Mo, or visit us online at compact.com. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
You're home for the AZ Preps 365 Friday night game of the week.
1580, The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, and I'm sorry, Randy. I have to apologize.
What happened? Alexa run upstairs and chew you out?
No, I'm here at the studios.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got a text though. Taco Wednesday has been canceled.
Uh-oh. Sorry, man.
It's all right. I like pork chops too. It's all right. Fish Tank says, hey, Senior Wake and Bake, Dolphins are on a 4-game win streak. Yeah, it's not that hard, buddy. Lost Toby says, I wish Debo had running back eligibility in fantasy football. Don't you get points?
I think you still get points.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any difference in those points. It's just the position that he's. Are you saying like he was a split on that? Ukla says, Randy, go Cardinals.
Thank you.
Niners are ready to blow a 28-3 lead. Shanahan knows how to do that. Daylight Drew says, hey, fellas, been a while. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Cougars or Devils tonight? You're picking the Cougars? You're picking the Cougars to beat the Devils, Randy?
No, he just likes he just likes the Cougar impression.
Listen, of course, we're going to say we want Arizona State University men's basketball to beat Washington State, but they might have their hands full. Let's just say that. We're rooting for the Sun Devils. That's all we're going to say to that. He says, pour me a Maker's Mark, please. And I know it's early in the fantasy football world, but do I go Burrow or Herbert on Sunday? Boy, yeah, I've got Herbert.
And I've got Burrow. And I don't know if you could choose between two more inconsistent quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's I guess who are they playing? Let me check real fast here. Yeah. Where's Cincinnati? There it is. They're playing each other. Well, I guess to say who has the better defense. Is it Cincinnati or the Chargers? I haven't heard anybody say, wow, that defense of the Chargers is amazing.
For the first 4 weeks, yes. For every week after that, not at all. They've been awful.
Yeah. 8 weeks later, not so much. So maybe I'd go with Burrow on this. Makes me feel sad that I've got Justin Herbert now. But you know what? Daylight Drew, Rosalie Michaels will be with us tomorrow at 4:18. So if you're thinking about it, send in a text then and see what she has to say about it. Big George says, I hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Most overrated band in all time. Can that song be taken out of rotation?
Nope.
Yeah, no, we're leaving it in now.
I like that song anyway, so I don't know.
What song is that again? It's a song.
I'm really bad at remembering the names of songs because I just put on my music.
George, even if we wanted to delete it, we don't know what it's called. So sorry, can't do. Ukla says apparently Shanahan went to Pete Carroll's school of how to lose a Super Bowl. Senior Wake and Bake says, hey, Dolphins fan, your mom just left. She said call her. Baker's Cocky Hens says, seriously, I've got to go back and just read everything from Senior Wake and Bake like Shorzy. Yeah. Hey, Dolphins fan, your mom just left. She said call her. Tron Slater says, morning, guys. Driving down the old HOV lane with no one in the passenger seat, but Kyler Murray snuggled in his car seat in the back, so it's okay. No ticket. That's a lock. I've never seen Tron Slater come out with a Kyler Murray joke before. Where'd that even come from? Random Texter says, giveaway. I don't like being, pressured. I don't like being told what to do.
Well, then don't give them away.
Well, like I said,
You
I
don't
like,
have to give them away today.
I don't like being told what to do, Randy. So I'm going to give them away now.
Well, you don't have to give them away today.
I'm going to give them. Well, I
You
have
can
to.
wait.
I need
Yeah.
to. So people have time to get these tickets. They're for Saturday. You got to come pick them up at the station.
Tomorrow's only Thursday. You can wait till Thursday. You don't have to give them away today.
I think I'd
Don't let
feel
them
better.
tell you what to do.
I think it'd feel better if I'd give them away. Oh, random texter says, no, Jeffrey, that's give it away now. No, that's not what that song was.
No, that song was Snow.
Okay, well, see, now the random texter isn't telling me to give it away now. I'm going to give it away now. 888-368-1580. Caller number 3 gets these tickets. That's right. 2 tickets for the GCU Lopes men's basketball game Saturday night, 6 p.m., Mississippi Valley State. Call now. 888-368-1580, and we'll see who wins these nifty tickets. Call now. Boogie says the Red Hot Chili Peppers are legendary. What is Big George talking about? That there is no in between when it comes to the Red Hot Chili Peppers. People either love them or hate them.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like them, but I also admit that every song they do is pretty much the same as the last song they did, which is why they haven't done any more songs. But yeah, they're all right. I got no problem.
That and their lead singer is no longer with us.
What are you talking about?
Didn't he pass away?
No. They've had a couple of guitar players die from heroin.
Oh, I must be thinking of the guitar player.
Yeah. Okay. Daylight Drew says, no. Most overrated band of all time is U2. Oh,
Wow.
really?
How could you say that?
I don't know about that. I mean, I know a lot of people got annoyed by them, but Oogla Mock says, hey, wake and bake. The shower is not called the Circle K bathroom. What? Number one Rattlers fan says last Monday's GCU game was awesome. Thank you again for the tickets. There you go. I'm glad you had a good time. And exactly as advertised, though, wasn't it? Exactly as advertised. All right. Well, GC. Well, the GUC. My mouth won't work.
Well, our Fourth Dimension calls up to try to win those 2 GCU tickets, and my pal Jeffco tries to work out his the kinks in his mouth there. Let's continue on here on the Daily Blender. 888-368-1580 is your connection to the show. Jeffco, what are we doing next?
Okay, I've stretched out my mouth. I think I'll be fine.
Good job.
Keon, we got a winner?
We do have a winner. It is Colts fan Dan.
You're a little loud. Turn yours down a little
I'm
bit.
sorry. I didn't.
Colts fan Dan. Congratulations, Colts fan Dan. All right. Don't forget, you told me he has to pick him up, right?
Yes.
Okay. You get his email address?
I did not get his email address.
Why not? You're supposed to get his email address.
I know. I figured that was exactly how this is going to go this time.
I'm just kidding. So
I
yes.
came mentally prepared for that.
All right. As long as you told him he's got to pick up those tickets. Excellent. And, it's funny is Colts fan Dan is going to be sitting next to Fed fan and King of Kittens. So
How about that?
they'll all be sitting next to each other. So that'll be fun. Daily Blender section at the GCU game. Hamilton Porter says most overrated band is Coldplay. Wrong. Nobody ever overrated them. Nobody ever.
That's true.
Even
That's
the
true,
people that like them didn't overrate them.
Yeah. It's like they had a good song. That's it. Random Texter says, U2. I wonder if they found what they're looking for. I think they did because they stopped touring so much. It's called money.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get back to talking some football here. So Tom Brady had his 9th season of 30 or more touchdown passes, and so now he needs one more season of 30 or more, to get the record. I think he's going to play another season. I think he'll play another season. If he loses, we have this conversation almost every year. If Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl, we all think he should just walk off the field, never look back. But he will probably still want to play, right?
How old is Tom Brady right now?
He's I think he's 52.
No, Keon, how old is Tom Brady?
44.
Tom Brady's 44 years old.
So I let me refer back, and I've been saying this all along. He said a few years ago, when he was still in New England, I'd like to play until I'm 45 years old. I don't know why this is a mystery for everyone. Another year. He's going to wait, and he's going to play next year in his 45th year, and then he's going to walk away. I'm calling it. It's a lock. That's Randy's lock of the day.
All right. But then he looks and he's like, can I just tell you a little something? When I was young, when you and I were working together back in the 90s,
Back in the day.
I think I even said this on air. I've got a plan.
Okay.
I have a plan. When I turn 29 years old,
yes,
going to start working out, going to start eating right. But until then, I'm just going to enjoy everything I eat and just enjoy life. And so then I got to 29 and I was still skinny as I was when you first met me. And I was just like, doing pretty good. And I cruised on that. And every year I thought about it, it's like, no, I'm still doing 44 years old. I 40 started to put on a few pounds. Still all right, still okay. 44 years old, things went and I really started to put on the weight.
Boy, you don't look that heavy to me, but okay.
I missed my window is what I'm trying to say. I had a plan for when I was going to start doing something and I missed that window and I regret it because it now being overweight, it's harder to get started exercising than it would have been back when I was a skinny guy. And I should have stuck to my original plan. Now here's Tom Brady. He's sort of the 20s version of me, and where he's like, okay, at this age, I'm going to do this and everything's going to be great. And that's how it's going to go. Well, he's 44. Does he look 44? Does he play like he's 44? This guy's got years left in him if he wants it. And he's going to be tempted to say, well, I know I said I'm going to do this when I turn this age, but look at me. It's still working. Everything's still good. Let's keep going. He's going to want to keep going.
I agree that he does look good, and he seems to be effortless in his abilities to play the game of football. Number one, the problem, the flaw with that. Number one is you don't hear him talk about his ailments. He's 44 years old.
Well, he hides them from the public.
Exactly. He just had his knee redone this past year. He doesn't say, and he doesn't complain about it. Number two, you don't know what he's feeling like right now. He's lost a little zip on the ball when he throws it. If you look at nowadays compared to 10 years ago, he's lost a little zip on the ball. And I think he's very measured in how he goes about his business. I think he's very measured in how he lives his life. And I think he's going to follow through with what he said. And I think that was a truthful statement by him. I'd like to play until I'm 45. And I'm going to walk away then.
It was a truthful statement when I said, hey, when I turn 29, I'm going to start eating right and taking care of myself. I have yet to.
And it's just, I think that this is just kind of the way that these guys are wired too. Just the legendary players that we know, they always take it a step too far. That the idea that Tom Brady is so in tune with himself that he knows when he's going to hang it up specifically. And now he's going to wake up one morning and go, you know what? I still got it. I'm Tom Brady. He's going to get halfway through a season like that last season of Peyton Manning. We forget that the first half of that season, he was like on pace to be an MVP again. And then he had the Liz Frank injury in his foot. And then he was never the same after that. Tom's going to keep playing until as long as he feels pretty good. And he's going to take it one step too far, like they all do, like Montana did.
Boy, I hope not. I think Tom Brady wants to be the undisputed greatest quarterback ever to play the game and make it so hard for anybody else to break those records that they will go on for a long time. That's his legacy, and I believe that's what he's working on right now.
I kind of wonder if he's got a deal with Giselle where he says, my next operation is my last operation.
I don't think so.
Meaning if I get hurt enough to where I have to have another operation to try to keep myself upright and play, I'm not going to play anymore because I got kids I got to think about, and I got a future outside of football I got to think about. I would almost think that would be the deal. My next operation will be my last operation.
Boy, I don't know. I think he's the
second to last operation. At some point, he should get a vasectomy.
Well, he may have done that already. They haven't had any kids recently.
It's a good point.
He's not doing the Phillip Rivers.
He's not. He just doesn't keep bringing them up.
He has seen the pain in Phillip Rivers' eyes, deep in his eyes.
That's a good point.
He doesn't want that. Doesn't want any of that. Hamilton Porter says, agreed, Keon. Brett Favre should have retired 2 teams before he did.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Senior Wake and Bake says, Randy, I was wrong. Murray's okay. I'm not reading. I'm not doing the Murray jokes. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Ukul the Mock says TB12 will keep playing until he's at least 45. Well, that's an easy little bit of prediction there, Ookla, because he's 44. Number one Rattlers fan says, answer to trivia, Manning. Who asked the trivia question?
What is the question? This is the first time that's ever happened. We've gotten the answer before we've gotten the trivia question.
Oh, it's not the first time.
Jeopardy?
No? Okay. That's been the first time since I've been.
Did somebody bag us and throw us onto a set of Jeopardy and we don't even realize it?
Distinctly possible.
I'm looking around. I don't see no Vanna White anywhere.
That's not on Jeopardy.
Yeah, I don't want to be on Jeopardy. I think I'd have more fun on Wheel of Fortune. The Jet says, "Hi guys, happy hump day. Thanks for not giving me any NASCAR tickets, but hey, if you're giving away GCU tickets, I want some." Oh, sorry, Jet, we just gave those away. Got to be listening. Got to be ready to call in and win and stuff. Sorry, buddy. All right, guys, one more hour of this coming up next. Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hi, my name is Ted, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip shake is when the peppermint shake is available, that's to me sort of announces that the holiday season is here. I guess most people count down the days until Christmas, but me, I count down the days until the shake comes out.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue.
Share a peppermint chip milkshake from Chick-fil-A this holiday. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
You ever hear something on the radio and figure I got to give it a shot? Well, I did. This is Stephen McCollum, host of The Main Event here on The Fanatic. I heard all the ads for Valley Medical Weight Loss and thought, what have I got to lose? I'm a client with Valley Medical Weight Loss, so I know firsthand that it really works. Valley Medical is a true pioneer in the weight loss industry, supervised by board-certified physicians, helping you gain the edge in your weight loss battle, boosting your energy, and getting you real results. 3 Valley locations, so there's one near you. Visit valleymedicalweightloss.com for info, and when you go, mention The Fanatic or Money Radio and get your first week free.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679.
This is Dale Hellestrey from my friends at Constructors Bonding. If you need bonds, you can put your trust in Arizona's industry leader for the best service, rates, terms, and capacity anywhere. Constructors Bonding is the #1 writer with 14 sureties and will improve your bond program. Call Dave McKee today to learn how Constructors Bonding will perform for you. 602-432-5929. That's 602-432-5929 or visit cbialliance.com.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K242 Round Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose pushing the buttons, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. In the last hour, my entire face and mouth malfunctioned. No, it was not a stroke, but I don't know, sometimes it just happens. And so I did a few exercises. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy log.
Sally is a whore who sells seashores by the seashell. Or I got that one wrong. But anyway, Fighting Wampa says, is it a man card violation if you tell the whole valley on the radio that you just got done stretching your mouth out? I think context saves the day on that one, Fighting Wampa. Chief Skulls Burner says, most overrated band, The Beatles. You are high. You may not like them, but they are not overrated. If you break down everything they've done musically, you would cry. You would wet yourself and cry.
I mean, that's got to be the worst take of the day.
Number one Rattlers fan says, okay, my answer to the trivia, who has the most seasons of 30 touchdowns or more? Peyton Manning. You are incorrect. Actually, Brady is now tied with Brett Favre and Peyton Manning. The actual leader in that.
Billy Furfunkel.
Sorry, that was before the merger, Randy. We're looking for Drew Brees. Drew Brees has 10 seasons with 30 or more touchdown passes. So.
Sorry about that. I feel bad.
You weren't completely wrong.
Yeah.
But you have to go way back for that one. So there you go. All right. So number one Rattlers fan, close, but not quite.
Yeah.
Dropping the soap says, hey, my mom's name is Sally, and she did sell seashells, but not by the seashore. Come on, man. Colts fan Dan says, my email is, wait, what? Why are you giving me, I don't really need your.
See what you did. You did this to yourself. You brought it on your own self.
Yeah. Sorry, Colts fan Dan. I was just jerking old Keon around here, man.
Yeah.
A-Wings22 says, if I'm the shade man and everyone continues to genuflect over me and my stats that are padded by cheating and ignore the cheating I did, I'd play forever too. Oh, this man's ego is too big. That's a horrible thing to say about me.
Who is Tom Brady?
Oh, sorry.
Are we still playing this game?
I thought he was throwing shade at me. Okay. What's this? Oh, all right. Actual breaking news in the world of sports.
Newsflash.
This is breaking news.
Chicago Cubs have signed Marcus Stroman, top free agent, starting pitcher out there on the free agent market, right before the Major League Baseball lockout will begin here in a little bit. And all those free agent signings will cease. All the players are rushing to sign whatever they can sign. And I guess it's going to happen. Baker's Cocky Hen says, what? Major League Baseball lockout? Seems odd the owners shell out $300 million deals and then complain about money. Seriously, I'm good watching little leagues over crappy Diamondbacks and Cubs anyway.
Yeah.
See, that is the sentiment for what's left of the baseball fan base. And so go ahead, Major League Baseball. Go ahead. See where this gets you. See where it gets you. Say, this is a big mistake, right, Randy?
Oh, 100% agree. Yeah, it just oozes greed and selfishness on both parts. And because there's no way to stop it, there's no way for anybody to intervene and make it go away. It could go on as long as they wanted to. So it's the way it is. And the baseball fans that are left, we have to take it and move on.
During COVID and all the consternation and arguments and negotiations between players and the owners were crying poor. I was standing here saying B is in B, S is in S, everybody, because there is a huge trough of money that they have made ever since they had the fortune of owning a baseball team and continue to make, regardless of COVID, not COVID, winning, not winning. Any way you look at it, there is no Major League Baseball team that should ever cry poor and treat minimum to barely over minimum wage workers in their stadiums the way they did over the last 12 months or 24 months. It just, so I have no sympathy for Major League Baseball. On the same hand, I get annoyed with the players too, because that pendulum tries to swing the other way too, doesn't it, Randy?
Yeah, and the somewhere along the lines we've lost what I don't understand. I'm sorry, please forgive me here, but I don't understand if a guy invests and buys a franchise, a baseball franchise, well then he's the leader of that franchise. He's the one that has purchased that franchise, or a group of people have purchased it, and somewhere along the lines, the players seem to think that they should make quite a bit more, if not get equal parts of that franchise from the owner. And so that's where this whole thing is stemming from right now. The ball players want more and more and more and more and more. And then you've got these guys that own the franchises, and they're like, well, no. So it's a standoff. I don't understand. I don't understand.
With the owners was, when COVID happened and they're like, oh, well, we're going to have less games and we're going to have less money and we're going to make less money. So you guys have to take less money. That was disingenuous and just greedy. The way the owners acted during COVID, horrible and greedy.
Well, the players
outside
did the
of
same
that,
thing.
The players at that time were saying, no, we had a deal. You need to pay us what you agreed to pay us. And I don't have a problem with that. But as far as outside of COVID, now the players look like they're coming up with their plate for like a 90th time, and it's just like, come on, guys.
Yeah, it does seem unfair, but these baseball organizations continue to gain value over time, and players looking at that and going, yeah, I'd like a bigger slice of the pie. And when you realize that most Major League Baseball players are in fact not millionaires. The big names are,
right?
Obviously. So you see the Scherzer deal and you go, okay, well, what are you crying about? But most of these players, they're not struggling. They'll live, but they're not millionaires. So them wanting a bigger slice of the pie to me just makes sense. And until the owners open up their books so we can see what's in there, and they'll never do it, then them crying poor doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, and that's, and you're exactly right, Keon. There is no way that Congress or the commission can open it up and say, all right, owners, you need to share with the public what you guys are making. Because way back when, way back there, in the early 1900s, Congress said we're not going to take control of baseball. Baseball can govern itself. And so this is what you get. Right, here's what you get. You get a bunch of greedy people.
Fix that.
Well, they can't
hold them to the same standards you do everybody else. I'm not saying take away rights or give preferential treatment to. I'm saying treat them like everybody else.
The ownership does not want control, and the players do not want a salary cap, because that is putting a limit on how much they can make. It is two sides of the nickel here. The players union and the ownership group that have so much money they'll never run out. At the same time, Keon's right. There is a good portion of the baseball players that are not millionaires, but you have these 1%ers, 2%ers, 3%ers. They have all the money and they want more, and it just boggles my mind.
Okay, baseball. It was nice knowing you, because what Baker's cocky hen said. Seriously, I'm good watching Little League over crappy Diamondbacks and Cubs anyway, is going to end up being that sentiment. And that's the crazy thing about baseball. Gee whiz, guys, you just need a field. You need a field. You need some mitts. You need a couple bats, and you need some balls. It's not hard to do without you. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to do away from that. You can go anywhere, play a nice game of baseball. And it's not like on football, man, those somebody made a request to the charity Arizona Sports Angels for this is a league in Tucson. They're like, we need some help getting pads. And okay, we thought, well, we'll see what we can do. And oh my God, those are expensive. Just one set of pads. Now, if you have a team of 53 and you've got a league, of like 10 teams, and you pile all this up and you think about all the backup stuff, and expensive to play football. We can go out right now and play some baseball without hardly any expense. I can go out and we go out and play basketball for even less.
you just need a ball. I mean, there's since I've been out here, one of the things I've noticed, the amount of basketball courts that are just there.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
because of good weather, man.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it. And I've been taking advantage. But yeah, it's incredible. But with baseball, I do think that this is one of those things where the sport is cannibalizing itself, where you have a fan base. You're trying to grow the game of baseball to a larger fan base, but your diehard fans feel like you're spitting in their face.
Yeah.
You don't care about them and whether or not there's a product for them to watch, because you're squabbling over billions of dollars because you own the team and you're pretending you don't have any money, or you're a 1%er major leaguer and you're acting like you don't have any money.
As far as the fan base goes, if you like baseball, you don't need Major League Baseball. You got your high school baseball, you got your college baseball, and you don't need Major League Baseball if you enjoy baseball. There's plenty of baseball you can go watch. You're not stuck with Major League Baseball.
It was funny. I was watching somebody last night. And I'm not going to say who it is, and I don't really respect this guy because I don't take what he says a bunch of times and agree with what he says. I think he's this new kid on the block, and he's gotten kind of famous overnight. It seems like he came from nothing and he had to work his way through it. But now he's got an opinion. He says it's not really going to matter. This lockout's not going to matter to anybody unless you start missing games. Well, I disagree, because everything is going to come to an end now. The owners meetings, the trades, the offseason trades, the free agent signings, your grassroots fans follow this stuff in the offseason. I mean, I always watch what are the Diamondbacks doing. I like to find out what's going on with my team. Now that the fans aren't going to have any of that. The fans aren't going to have that. And very quickly here, by the way, February's coming very quickly and March is coming very quickly. And these stadiums around the country here in Florida and Arizona, they're going to sit empty. And those communities are going to lose because you bunch of selfish idiots can't get your stuff figured out and start to spread the wealth around a little bit to some of the guys that have been in the game a few years. Those guys should be making more than they're making instead of 1 or 2% of the damn player population. And oh, by the way, the people that pay those bills are right here. I'm one of them talking to you right now. So you made your millions off of guys like me that go out and work hard for a living. And we go to these spring training games, go to these ballparks, these cathedrals around this great country. So, hey, man, this guy that says, it's not really going to matter, wrong again. It does matter. And the fans of baseball are going to start crying out about it.
Yeah, they're just rolling the dice on whether or not your fan base is going to stick with you.
I hope this time, because the last time there was a lockout, I mean, people were talking about, the home run race between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire saved baseball. I hope there's nothing that will save baseball this time.
Gonna have to back up the steroid truck, guys.
I hope every damn team feels it. I hope all these people that are crying about money right now, I hope every one of them feel it and they figure it out. It's not about them. It's about the fans. They're the ones that support the team.
Heckler Jones says, work hard. Okay. Dropping the soap. Who work hard. I guess
it is true. It is a true thing.
Dropping the soap, who took exception with my my rhymes, as his mom's name is Sally, and he says, "Yeah, and by the way, she did collect money for her company, but that's besides the point." Saying things like that about Sally, I really got under his skin. Ken Kenton says, "Hey, I read today that somebody on the 4-letter network says Spencer Rattler will not be coming to ASU."
Well, thank you.
Were we expecting him?
Well, that was the thing. That was a rumor that caught off. Got wind yesterday and took off. And I was trying to figure out who started it, where did it come from, and I couldn't get anybody to quite verify that it was actually happening. And then, as it turns out, it was a dud of a story.
So here's something you should know, and just a guess. There are some other talking heads on Valley Radio who just suddenly will spout something out like it's the gospel, and everybody's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" So that might be where some of that rumor came from. So yeah, we just ignore that. Kyle G says Major League Baseball should hold the season anyway. Players can go on strike, and we can watch promoted minor leaguers have a fun season.
Well, the promoted minor leaguers, a lot of them can't because they're part of the players union and they can't cross the line. So what'll happen is back in the back in the day, they brought in rookie ball players or non-pro players. The owners did and said, "Oh, we'll have a season. We don't need you guys. We don't need you high-priced players." And so they brought these players and they crossed the picket lines and they played baseball. Wasn't up to the level of what you see on the field right now with the real pros out there, but it was baseball just the same, and people did go and watch it. So, and some of the guys that crossed the picket line ended up being professionals anyway.
Yeah. I mean, listen, baseball is baseball. Watch a game. It's just, it's fun. The Jet says, I totally agree, Randy, but I hope the players feel it too. Look at Trout. He's the highest paid player, and they can't make the playoffs to do anything because they have no other money for any other players. There needs to be a salary cap. I'd like to see where they paid their number one player and X amount of dollars go down from there. Each team would have the same payout.
Well, you're partially right there. There's not going to be a salary cap because the players union does not want a salary cap, and that's in black and white. You can look that up. The players union does not want a salary cap because that means less money in their pocket. The
American dream, yeah.
The ownership group wants a salary cap and wants to get some of these salaries under control, and they can't, and the players won't hear of it. That's part of the issue that's going on right now.
And to be clear, it's not all of the ownership groups that want a salary cap. The Yankees love not having one.
Oh, yeah.
The Dodgers and the Angels haven't been successful with all the money that they spend, but they love not having it. To be able to just sort of put your hand out and be able to get any baseball player you could throw money at is a superpower in baseball. But if you're the Tampa Bay Rays, you'd love it.
Arizona Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. Oakland A's, those teams would absolutely love to have
parity. Uglamak says, sorry, Randy, sounds like you're talking about a fan in baseball. Those guys went the way of the bunt. Dropping the soap says scabs. Kiss the Cook says, I missed the last hour. Is Sally new in accounting? Wait, let's just drop the Sally thing, please. Hefty Lefty says Shane Falco's coming to save the day. That's football. So
he's just saying that.
Yeah.
Get the baseball Shane Falco out there.
Gotcha. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back. Let's take it back to some football, shall we? Whatever's going to happen with Major League Baseball, there's no stopping it. They have no sense, and so be it. We'll just watch from the cheap seats and keep living our life with all the other sports that seem to figure out how to keep going. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Heads up, sports bettors. Right now, you can try VSiN All Access free for 30 days with no credit card required. Visit vsin.com/free month to sign up now.
Arizona State has dropped 4 consecutive games after losing all 3 of their games in the battle for Atlantis, and they've dropped 5 of 7 to start the season. The Pac-12 opener tonight at Desert Financial Arena. The Sun Devils are the 1.5 underdog to Washington State, total 144.5. UCLA laying 13.5 at home with Colorado, 141.5 at Pauley Pavilion. Southern Cal, the 7.5-point favorite over Utah, 135.5 the total at Galen Center. Arizona Cardinals hope to have Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins back when they visit the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field Sunday. Arizona laying 8, total 46. I'm Mike Sennett on Arizona's new home for sports, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Okay, men, this is your time. Maybe you didn't choose this, but you're here now. You're going to go out there and be an all-star caregiver. It's up to you. So what are you going to do? You're going to go grocery shopping, cook, clean, be there emotionally and physically. You got to dig deeper. Drive them to physical therapy, doctor's appointments. Don't you forget about the pharmacy. No, you won't, because that's what caregivers do. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. This is your time to show the world, your family, and yourself that you're tougher than tough. Now go out there and be the best caregiver this world has ever seen. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this song surprisingly great lyrics.
Here we go.
It's so cheap. Yeah, got a great rate on the down low. Cause Jake isn't your average Joe. Hard to believe. Yeah, nobody does it like State Farm do. Never knew the rates were this low. Oh, they ain't that steep.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
In the Army National Guard, family means everything.
Our parents, they were really supportive that all 5 of us would join. I got my education because of the Guard. I got to travel a little bit and experience a whole different culture. It helped me get my job, helped me pay for my house.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard instills pride that you and your family will share. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about part-time service. Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Get your college game on. Get ready for the fight songs. Get ready for the traditions. Get ready for the rivalries. It's college football.
He's gone. There he goes. Through the line. He'll take it to the house, 90 yards.
And we've got the games you want to hear. College football lives on 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Who is more delusional than Major League Baseball, thinking that this ain't going to hurt their product, having this lockout? Oh, wait, I found him. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is more delusional. He says he still wants to race Usain Bolt.
What?
Yeah, he still thinks, he says, I'll bet my Super Bowl ring that I can beat Bolt in a race. He says, I'll go to Jamaica. I'll meet up with Bolt. He says, let's do this. Let's get it popping on the YouTube. He says he can beat the world's fastest man in a race. Now, keep in mind, he's been saying this for a couple of years, but he's pushing hard now because he knows that Bolt is retired and, probably not quite as fast as he used to be. But is Tyreek Hill still that fast? He seems to have lost a little bit of his step lately too, right? But he says, we're going to do it. He says it's getting personal. And Bolt was like, yeah, it's getting personal. Why are you bothering me? And so Bolt would still win, even retired, unless he has put on 50 pounds. Usain Bolt could easily beat Tyreek Hill, I think. And Bolt should do it. He's like, Bolt's got a gold medal. Tyreek Hill has a Super Bowl ring. I think they should do it. I think they should absolutely do it. So who do you got?
Super Bowl ring is worth more than a gold medal.
Yeah, it's the symbolism of it.
No, I get that,
and I'm going with Bolt. I mean, did we not learn anything, or did Tyreek specifically not learn anything from the time that DK Metcalf was like, yeah, I can run in this athletic competition, this 100-meter dash. And he did a really good job, by the way. I think he finished like 5th or 6th, but he did that, and he's much younger than Tyreek Hill. He's got much less mileage on him. He's taken less hits. Tyreek Hill at this point in his career going up against Usain Bolt, who, if he even tries at all, is just going to obliterate him.
Bolt says he'll put his gold medal on the line if Hill puts the Super Bowl ring on it. They have both agreed to those terms. Now, how they're going to make this happen, I don't know. Who do you got? You got Usain Bolt, or do you got
Usain Bolt?
Yeah,
easy. Isn't Tyreek Hill like 3'4" or something?
I don't know that really stops him from being fast.
Well, little itty bitty tiny Shetland pony legs against Usain Bolt. He's got those magnificent legs.
You really want to go there, Randy?
It's stride length and stride frequency. That's how you get the speed. So if you're shorter, you just need more strides,
dude.
Usain Bolt is like 6'5".
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
He stands up once he gets going. It's over.
Well, you get Tyreek Hill in there behind him drafting, and then pass him right at the end, save it up. I don't know,
little bump and go.
No, I'm going with Bolt as well. I don't know why these guys are flapping their gums if they're not going to do it. I don't see any sign of them doing it. They're just talking a lot of trash to each other.
Well, if Tyreek Hill said he would go to Jamaica
Mhm.
and meet Usain Bolt,
Mhm.
I would, if I'm Usain Bolt, I would say, okay, a month from now, and I would go out and get back into my training regimen, dust him, take a Super Bowl ring, and leave him standing there at the track.
Boogie says, I just walked into my car from the grocery store. Did you guys finally get Jen in accounting some help? It's about time. She works her fingers to the bone. Welcome, Sally. Yeah, okay, why not? If we have one fictitious accountant, we can have two. Why not?
Sure.
Hefty Lefty says, Jen from accounting didn't die. It looks like she's doing well. He just sent me a LinkedIn link for somebody, Jennifer Hyatt, who's a CPA now. So yes, even better than me saying she's dead. No, she's moved on to a higher position. Jen from accounting is no longer with us. She's a CPA, CGA, CFE. So there you go. Congratulations. And yes, Big George, that did also sort of hit the old eardrums when Randy starts making short jokes about Tyreek Hill. Really, Randy? Defender of all things when it comes to Kyler Murray is now making short jokes?
Tyreek Hill's not on my team. He's not my quarterback. What do I care?
just so we know.
King Kittens,
I don't understand the confusion here.
Yeah, I know. You know what, King Kittens? I said the same thing. King Kitten says he did it again on the action update. 1580, the Fanata.
Yeah, I was trying to get your attention during the break. This is the guy that goes Fanata.
Yeah, I know. We've told them they don't agree. We listen to it. It sounds perfectly fine. Okay.
All right.
I just give up. Whatever. Fanata.
Fanatic.
I like Fanta. Why don't you say 1580, the Fanta? You know, that's how you say it. 1580, the Fanta. I like orange drink.
It's a good flavor.
Yeah. So, anyways, Tyreek Hill is delusional if he thinks he can beat Usain Bolt.
Yeah,
I think, can I give you guys what I think is going on here? He's talking a lot of trash. Can't quite get our schedules together. He's just talking trash probably for another 2 years. He's just trying to age Usain Bolt, hoping that he will put on that 20, 30 pounds and he can beat him.
I mean, good luck. It's not like Usain Bolt is an ancient person. He is 35 years old. He's still very much in the age range where he could get back into shape and kick your ass.
And Usain doesn't seem like the kind of person that needs to prove anything. I mean, he's in front of hundreds of millions of people on television around the world. They all saw him whip everybody's ass easily.
I think he's just having a little fun on Twitter. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
let's go back out to the beach while Tyreek Hill still has to work has to practice.
For the last 8 years or 10 years or however long it was, the fastest American was Justin Gatlin. And nobody knows who that man is because he's just been losing to Usain Bolt this entire time.
Well, Justin Gatlin is the inventor of the Gatlin gun. I mean,
that's actually true. No, that's a true story.
Yeah.
That's how fast he is. He can outrun the bullets.
Yeah.
Also, the real unfair thing is Usain Bolt has the greatest name ever. It is Usain St. Leo Bolt.
Hefty Lefty says, there's a video of Usain Bolt running a 4.2 second 40-yard dash in trainers at the Super Bowl event like 2 years back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When he says in trainers, that just means, regular tennis shoes.
Regular shoes. Yeah.
George says, I thought Brent Musburger fired this Mike Zanetto guy last year when he was caught doing the action update from the toilet during the pandemic.
Sorry, what?
Big George.
Could be. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he's just still a fill-in. We don't know. Let's move on. Do other things. Cordell Patterson. I am so glad I got him on fantasy football. When he's out there and he's getting it done, he gets it done. He's on a losing team, but he's an amazing player and he's got the right attitude. He's a guy who said, hey, listen, my mom worked 3 jobs. No reason I can't work 3 jobs. So if you want to put me out there as a wide receiver or a running back, a tight end, whatever you want, I'm there to do it. I'm here to work. So of course you got a lot of respect for that. And now he ain't kidding. He's like, I'll play defense too. What? yeah, I'll play defense too. Put me out there. And I guess he says, yeah, I want to get some playing time out there. So now they've actually listed him on the depth chart as a free safety, a backup free safety.
Wow.
Are they allowed to do that?
You can. I guess you can list a guy at as many positions as physically possible. I guess it's weird.
Have some fun with it, Falcon. Put him out there as a kicker too, just to make the other team wonder.
Nothing has said we give up on this season. Quite like we will start our wide receiver at every position except wide receiver.
Yeah, receiver, running back, returner, and now free safety. And I guess their defensive coordinator says we do have a package where he's out there on the field. We may never use it, but we've got one. So that's pretty amazing. But listen,
he's an incredible athlete, though.
Oh yeah, and he seems like a really good dude. Please, every time I say that, I always catch myself because how many times does somebody you like let you down? You know what I mean?
Oh, in sports, always.
I'm not going to list all the dirt bags, but there are people who've come along and I'm like, this guy seems pretty cool. He seems like a good guy. And boy, is he talented. And what did he do to the girl? Oh, damn it.
It would be nice if everyone was just either just a good person from the beginning or just Johnny Manziel from the word go.
Even OJ was the nicest, sweetest guy ever till he murdered 2 people. He went all that time where it's like, I like OJ. OJ's awesome. I could just hang out with OJ. Now you're like,
please don't.
Don't tell OJ. OJ's here. I'm not. We're leaving. We're leaving. Your wife's not blonde. It don't matter. Don't matter. We're going. We're leaving.
Do you want to find out?
Start the car. Ookla says, hey, Radio Pal, I have a package you can use.
Oh, boy.
Stop hitting on me.
Keep it to yourself.
Happy Lefty please. Says, since we're the home betting station now, I'm going to put Usain Bolt at minus 150,000 for that race. Yes. And
are you going to be the official blender handicapper?
Nobody's going to take that bet. Nobody.
And no one should.
He says, by the way, and yeah, keep those extra fantasy points coming, Cordell Patterson. Billy from Phoenix says, Cordell Patterson is so great now. Minnesota Viking fans are very angry.
Well, they just didn't. He's a hard player to figure out how to use because he is such a gifted athlete, but he's not the best wide receiver. And when he was in Minnesota, the Vikings tried to use him like a wide receiver, and he's not that.
It's like Phil on the show. Very talented, but we figured out the exact right way to use him. We sent him to Sirius XM. That was the. See what I'm just saying. Baker's cocky hand says, leave OJ alone. He's the only one still out there looking for the real killers. I guess apparently he can't find a mirror. Yeah. Okay.
They sell them at Walmart, OJ. Anytime.
Andrew Barry says, we expect Baker Mayfield to play his best football down the stretch. Really? Are you serious?
The guy's got a torn labrum, right?
Yeah. You'd be like, no, we expect the best out of him now. No matter what happens, boy, we expect the best out of this one. Oh, this guy right here. It's like saying we expect the best out of Alex Smith the rest of this season before the operation. I mean, come on, man.
This is either one of two ways. Either you're saying you legitimately expect Baker to play well the rest of the stretch, which is insane and possibly the most delusional thing we've brought up on the show today, which is incredible, considering the path of delusions we've walked on.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing he could be saying is, Baker, play your best down this stretch, or there may not be a Baker Mayfield in Cleveland.
Yeah, they're saying Baker has stretches this year where he's played well for us, and he's worked through injuries. We expect him to play his best football here down the stretch after the bye week. So there you go. Get out there and kick some ass.
I don't know. Rub some dirt on the torn labrum, bad back, sprained ankle. I don't even know all of his injuries anymore. They're just piling up.
Is Kareem Hunt Sr. correct when he says Baker Mayfield is scared? He's too scared to throw the ball. He's too scared out there. They know he's hurt. They know he's scared. And that is why things are going so badly.
I mean, I agree. It's part of it anyway. Is because on early downs when you're not sure whether they're going to run or pass, those are the best downs for Baker. When everybody knows he has to throw the football, it just hasn't been working out. And maybe part of that is fear. I remember I dislocated my finger one time, and then I went to go play basketball like a week later, and there was a rebound, and I went up for it, and I just thought, oh, my finger, and pulled my hands back and missed a rebound I could have just had. Baker is dealing with like 6 injuries worse than that, and he's a quarterback in the NFL. Like I don't have any doubts that if a big 300-pound lineman is running his direction, maybe you throw the ball a little sooner than you like, and you're not as accurate as you could be.
You never have expected much out of Baker Mayfield. All you needed him to be was a game manager, which is what he has had success in when you have a good running game. And to sit here and say, well, we expect Baker Mayfield to be amazing. You didn't expect that from him before. Why are you expecting that from him now? He's not that guy. And throwing that out there, I don't know what is this a thing where they're just trying to cover their own asses when this thing goes south? You're there, well, we expect this. Like it's his fault.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield's fault. Don't fire me.
If you have to move on from a quarterback, that's a very hard thing to walk into an owner's office and say, hey, we're going to move in a different direction. Yeah, that guy that we spent the number 1 overall pick on, he's not the guy. And when you walk away from that, I mean, I hope that you're basically saying, hey, look, here's us covering our butts here. If he doesn't play well, we expected it, and we have to move in a different direction.
Sir, we're the Cleveland Browns. We're going to get another number 1 pick. Guaranteed. Let's do a little injury report, shall we? Let's see what's going on out there. I got good news for the Arizona Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray were practicing today. Yes, they went out there and practiced. I don't know how it all went. I don't if anybody was limping or wincing, but they're being out there at all. Well, that was pretty good.
They talked to Kyler afterwards and put it on the Cardinal podcast there. I got to see it, about 6 minutes long. He feels confident. He feels good. Feels like, he hasn't been off that long. And the only thing he's worried about is, going in and it's going to be rainy. He can handle the cold. He doesn't like the rain that much. And they're calling for rain and cold this weekend in Chicago.
Is that something we need to worry about?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
We should be a little concerned about the fact that Jonathan Ward is on the COVID-19 reserve list. Now, Jonathan Ward's a backup running back, and but they still have Edmonds and Connor. They're both playing, right? Or is one of those guys still hurt? Is somebody out for the year?
Edmonds might be out still. I'd have to check on that. It'd be Benjamin and James Conner.
All right, so they'll be fine in the running back position. And of course, you hope for the best for Jonathan Ward. But the thing that's really concerning is he's in a locker room. There's a guy now that's just popped positive with COVID. And now you start to wonder, is there going to be a domino effect?
Mm-hmm.
Are more Cardinals going to show up with a positive COVID test?
Can we move to another team now? Can we just move on to another team?
Oh, by the way, before we do,
yes,
Chase Edmonds could be back by week 14.
All right. Well, since we're going into week 12, or 13?
13.
All right. Good to know. Let's see. Mike Zimmer says Dalvin Cook he did not tear his labia. So he just make sure you know that.
Labrum. That's labrum.
Yeah. I guess that was important to him to make sure everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Danny Amendola had arthroscopic knee surgery. He's still playing? Wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where?
Well,
I thought he retired.
Apparently he's on the IR now. He had arthroscopic knee surgery.
Oh, he was with the Texans. That's why I didn't know that. Wow. I didn't know he was. You would think he would have retired already.
You would think so.
He went to the Texans.
Yeah. He's got an amazing season of 17 catches and 135 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
The Giants say they are looking at Mike Glennon to start this Sunday because Daniel Jones still recovering from that neck injury. So do we have word on how long that's going to be, that neck injury for Daniel Jones? Are we talking weeks, months? It's probably not going to matter. It's the Giants.
It's probably not going to. I mean, it's going to matter for Daniel Jones because this is basically his last year of, do we want to pay you? And the Giants are still somehow convinced that he's good. So I don't know how that possibly works, but yeah, it could be a couple of weeks for Daniel
Giants,
Jones.
Man.
Just hope he doesn't have DeAndre Ayton's agent because, I know the answer already. Taysom Hill is got some foot pain. He's trying to work past that. He's the only hope they have, and even that hope isn't look, I mean, he won three out of 4 games when he filled in. This is why I don't understand what's happening.
One of those games doesn't count, though. One of those games was that Broncos game where they didn't have a quarterback.
All right. So then if you even said 50% of the games for a backup quarterback, that's not bad.
That's pretty good.
So I don't understand, why have they stuck with Simeon so long when there's Taysom Hill right there? It seems like Sean Payton has always been slow to let Taysom Hill play quarterback. And I don't quite understand why.
I just think he's a limited quarterback. When we say a team's figured out a guy, he's possibly the easiest guy that they figure out. Like, after he's played a few weeks, he likes to throw the middle of the field. He's not a big fan of making passes to the sideline. He's a guy that when there's pressure, he immediately runs, doesn't always go through his progressions. These are things that Sean Payton doesn't actually like. But he loves the athleticism and the ability to use him in a variety of different ways. I just don't think Sean Payton actually wants Taysom Hill to be his full-time quarterback.
Gotcha. Are we late for the break, or
we are?
Okay, sorry. I'm kind of hungry. Got a little blood sugar, I think, because I looked at the clock and I'm like, did we just come back from break, or am I late for break?
Yeah, we're late.
I remember when people used to do this. You didn't let me know. It just doesn't happen in a long time.
That looks
It's
just
happened
like
today
what,
many times, but okay.
It's like what Keon was just doing. Yeah.
Oh, did he really?
It happened.
I did not even see it. So now I've got low blood sugar and I'm losing my eyesight. I'm going blind. Earlier, my mouth stopped working. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break. We'll come back. We've got On This Day in Big Georgia sports history and other stuff. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs. Protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
Think you know about meth? Think again. Today's methamphetamine is far more potent, more addictive, and more deadly than ever before. Today's meth is often laced with the deadly drug fentanyl. In fact, deaths from meth use have doubled in Arizona. What can you do? Get the facts at thenewmeth.com and know there's hope and resources for recovery. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Market Wrap host Mo Ansari talks about the dangers of emotional investing.
There's two things that people sell. One is greed and one is fear. Whenever you buy either one of those, you're going to end up getting burned because they are the epitome of emotions. And you've heard me say, whenever emotions take over, you're in trouble. If you don't want that to happen to you, give us a call. We'll be more than happy to do an objective evaluation of your portfolio to find the right degree of risk, what you have in your portfolio, what you should have, depending on your age, depending on your emotional makeup, depending on your financial makeup, depending on what your objectives are. All of those things go in to determine the correct balance of portfolio. We'll do that for you. It is free. You have to at least get started.
If you're ready to get started, call pound 250 and say talk to Mo, or go to compact.com and click on the Get Started button. That's COMPAK.com.
Compact Asset Management is a registered investment advisor, funds custodian, Fidelity Institutional Wealth Services, member FINRA, SIPC.
We all know when we need service on our vehicles, having a trusted and reliable auto repair center is very important. Hi, I'm Stephen McCollum from the Main Event here on 1580, The Fanatic. And that's why I have all my vehicles serviced and repaired at Friendly Auto Centers in Mesa. Steve, the owner, and his team are experts in auto repair in a non-intimidating environment. Friendly Auto Center is a AAA approved auto repair center and awarded Top Shop winner. Family owned with 19 service bays to get you back on the road fast with reliable repairs backed by an exceptional warranty. Friendly Auto Centers offers a full range of routine auto services, as well as general repairs on any make or model passenger vehicle, RVs, and large trucks. Friendly Auto Centers are located at 5026 East Main Street in Mesa. Give them a call at 480-830-9377. That's 480-830-9377. Find them online at friendlyautocenters.com. Friendly Auto Centers, where every car leaves with a smile. And tell them Steve McCollum sent you.
Your home for NASCAR. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Guess what? Tomorrow, Rosalie Michaels is back as your fantasy football expert. She'll be with us in the 4 o'clock hour. And then, of course, later on, well, we get to stay until 6 p.m. Time
tomorrow
change.
till 6.
Yep. Not like we're going to answer fantasy football questions for a full 2 hours, but I want to tell you Rosalie Michaels is back, and 2, I want to let you guys know that the Thursday Night Football will be over on Money Radio 1510 because we've got the GCU game at 6:45 p.m. here on 1580 The Fanatic. GCU is hosting UTSA. And the Cowboys and the Saints are over on Money Radio. So that is what is happening here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You keep doing UTSA.
That's what I'm calling. I don't give a damn what anybody says. UTSA. You think anybody is
Texas, San Antonio?
Nobody at GCU cares that I call them UTSA. They're the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And we're on the side of the GCU, Grand Canyon University, Mighty Lopes.
I would beg to differ. They're very respectful.
So you're on the side of UTSA?
No, I am on the GCU side, but I would beg to differ.
Sounds like you're on the side of UTSA right now.
They want to, call them UTSA. I think they would be very respectful of it.
Okay, UTSA. Is that better?
No.
Agree to disagree.
Okay.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, I asked the mighty 8-Ball if the Cardinals will make the NFC Championship game, and it said it is inevitable. Nice.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Wow.
That doesn't give you any pause, does it, Randy?
Yes.
It's the Magic 8-Ball. It's very rarely ever wrong.
I don't care.
Just saying.
I don't care like you don't care. It's University of Texas, San Antonio. I don't care that it's the 8-Ball.
Sorry. Hefty Lefty says, if you look at the Giants quarterbacks, Daniel Jones definitely wouldn't have been my first thought to get a neck injury. You would think it'd be Glennon.
It was more reps. It's just you have a quarterback go out with a neck injury. You replace him with a guy with a massively long neck. He now needs fewer reps to get the same injury.
Or exactly. The chances are way higher. Baker's Cocky Hen says Aaron Rodgers doesn't need practice. His head and shoulders are above. Okay, I'm not reading that. Come on, guys. Ukla says, sorry if Myles Garrett is trying to catch my dumb ass. I'm scared too. Senior Wake and Bake says, so Ukla wants to share his package of man diapers? Yeah, I don't know what's going on either. Lost Toby says, how do we send Bruce Jacobs to Sirius XM? Come on, guys. I should. I don't know why you guys, just random drive-by shooting there. Big George says ASU is already losing 10-3 to Washington State Cougars. This team is awful. 2-5 record, and Bobby Hurley is still coach. Okay. Come on, man. The game is just started. Give them a chance before you start wringing your hands.
That, Big George. Instead of just 2-5, it's worse than that. Haven't they played 7 other games? So really, if you want to look at it, it's 2 and like 12. It's 2-12.
I don't think the math is right. They've only played 7 games.
Played all 3 games in that tournament, lost all 3 games.
Oh, right.
Then they lost the other 4 games in that Barracuda thing, and now they lost 5 of 7.
So
it's like,
so maybe we should do what we do with the Coyotes. Just don't talk about them.
But I mean, even the Coyotes have a pulse now, so I don't know.
Do they?
No, they're not winning a bunch of games, but if you watch it, it's not like you see a team that isn't trying, doesn't have any heart, and every now and then they win one.
All right. So we'll put Coyotes here, ASU basketball here.
Yeah.
Listen,
hate to do it, but they're not good right now.
Can we take ASU men's basketball, put it way the hell down here?
I can't even see down there. All right, go ahead. Just put it down there.
Yeah,
all right, do what you got to do, but go ASU. I'm still going to say that.
All right.
King Kitten says, I'm home. The cat's been fed. Dinner's in the oven. Good night, guys. But we're not done yet.
Good night.
You can't leave us. We got
6 o'clock.
Yeah. We got like 10 minutes left to show here.
6 o'clock.
Well, all right, fine. Do what you got to do, man.
A little disappointing is all.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, go Wazoo. I put some money on it based on your recommendation, Jeffrey. Wow. My recommendation was it didn't look good for ASU, and they were hopeful. So if that's what you mean, yay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1924, the first professional hockey game in the United States was played as the Boston Bruins defeated the Montreal Maroons 2-1 at the Boston Arena. Two teams had just become members of the 7-year-old NHL, which previously consisted of just 4 teams, all of which from Canada. 2 years later, in 1926, the New York Rangers, Chicago Blackhawks, and Detroit Cougars joined the league, and the rest is history. You know who the Detroit Cougars turned into, right?
It's the Detroit Lions.
Red Wings.
NFL.
No.
That's why they can't play football.
Is that it? That's the problem?
Well, they're trying to play football on ice skates.
I like your story better. Yeah. Let's do that.
That's why they can't win.
So shall we spin the wheel of sports? We haven't
Why
done that
not?
in a while.
Let's do it.
All right. Who we talk about next randomly? And okay, it landed on Mattress Mac. Mattress Mac is back. And evidently, if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, he's going to win himself a whole lot of money. I guess he's got a pair of open bets on the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. One for $1.25 million through Barstool Book, and another for $750,000 through the Score Bet. So how much money will he win if that happens? $46 million. $46 million because at the time he placed the bets, Belichick's team was 23-1 odds. And we would not have thought it was even possible back when those odds existed. Now we're like, could be.
I mean, even 3 weeks after those odds existed, or 4 weeks into the season, we still wouldn't have imagined.
No. Yeah, you're right. It was only like the last few weeks where you're like, hey, wait a minute. So Mattress Mac says, I thought, to use a horse racing term, that it was an overlay. 23-1 is way high based on their history, and the whole organization took a gamble, and so far it's looking pretty good. Dude,
so far.
Let's just maybe donate a few million to charity and stop the madness. I don't know why.
You think?
He's just throwing all this money this way. This is going to end badly, I think, at some point for Mattress Mac, where you're going to see him on crutches because they had to break his legs. You know what I'm saying? There's probably more bets we don't even know about that he's got out there. He's going to lose everything if he's not careful. We have an 800 number for him, all right? We have an 800 number.
We do.
You know, a little gambling is fun. You know, getting on those apps and betting a little bit of money and making things exciting. Mattress Mac is out of control. Mattress Mac needs an intervention. What he's done, I get it. He's got insurance against promotions, and if this happens, then he's hedging his bets and whatever. But it's a little worrisome, isn't it?
A little bit. Might have to get him the number 1-800 next step.
Yes, 1-800 next step if you have problems with gambling.
Wow.
Of course, nowadays that's. Do they even have letters on the numbers on your phone anymore?
They do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they do. They still do.
There's almost no need to pay attention to them, but they exist there.
Yeah. All right. You could even say, Google, call 1-800 next step, and then it'll do it, or Siri or whatever.
Yeah.
Spin the wheel, Randy. So Deion Sanders not getting the job. He's not getting the job at TCU. I guess Sonny Dykes is looking good to take over that program, and they've said that we were never really serious about Deion Sanders.
What?
Well, they didn't have to come out and say that.
Why would they say that?
They said, be serious. Look, come on, what's wrong with you? All right, they didn't say. Mean? I'm paraphrasing.
Okay,
I'm paraphrasing.
I was like, it just seems a little unprofessional to come out and say on the back end.
We were laughing at him behind his back the entire time. It was hilarious. We had one of those mirrors in the room. You know, there's people on the other side. We had a room full of people laughing at him from over there too. Best day we've had at TCU in a long time. Oh God, that was good. Oh God,
I don't think that was being said.
We already hired Sonny Dykes. He was in that room too, laughing. We all were just laughing. Oh God, this feels good to get this off my chest.
Wow, that's mean.
I made all that up. But,
I know.
Yeah,
I know you did.
So that'll be that. Spin the wheel. This is troubling. I don't even know what to make of this, but this is going to sound old man on the porch-ish, I'm sure, but this is bad. A new poll found that esports teams, meaning people who play video games you can watch and stuff, are now more popular with teenage boys than real sports teams.
That is deeply unfortunate.
That is bad for the future.
You did not see that coming?
Watch what you want, but
you have teenage sons and you raised another one and you saw what they go through. You did not see the fact that these kids are going to start worshiping these professional esports teams.
I got to figure out how do we stop this, because that's bad for sports in general.
Yeah.
That's bad for real sports.
It's not going to happen.
Because what's that saying is that a teenager right now would rather watch somebody play Madden than watch the actual football game on which Madden is based.
Yep, that's right.
That's a little sickening to me.
Yeah,
that bothers me a lot. So we got to figure out how to fix that. Number one Rattler fan says, I'm off to play some board game Monopoly.
Have fun.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah. Over under on how long it takes somebody to throw the game across the room is generally 2 3/4 hours.
That's only when they're playing with you.
Yeah, if I'm playing, take the under.
I can't help it. I've just this bleep-eating grin I have when I'm winning.
I know.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
We all know when we need service on our vehicles, having a trusted and reliable